Say aloha to your new favorite shaved ice and coffee shop, Aloha Shaved Ice. On the corner of Northwest 39th Expressway and Council. Aloha brings the summer vibes no matter what the weather looks like outside. Their year-round shaved ice means you get to enjoy classic flavors like grape, strawberry, and cotton candy, while their extensive selection of coffee complements that chill flavor perfectly. Looking for something different? Aloha has specialty drinks for days. Try the Banana Split, Fuzzy Monkey, Spider-Man, or Shrek. And trust us when we say that's only a small part of their specialty lineup. Sharp-eyed visitors may also notice Aloha's local support and drinks like the Bethany Bronchos, SNU Crimson Storm, SCU Eagles, and Boomer Sooner. You can enjoy games like chess or Candyland while you dine in the cozy atmosphere, or sit outside and find yourself whisked away to the shore. Kick back with all your friends at Aloha, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-633-7778, and remember that you can take that sunshine with you thanks to their drive-thru lane. Aloha Shaved Ice and Coffee Shop, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. 405-633-7778.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Med Spa and Aesthetics at 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 utilizes cutting-edge technology and personalized treatment plans centered around your goals, your comfort, and your natural beauty. Experience a range of services from IV therapy, Sculptra, acne treatments, and much more. With state-of-the-art machines like the T-Shape 2, Eris Lunara offers non-invasive, proven, and natural solutions for healthier skin that will have you feeling exquisite and rejuvenated. Other services like platelet-rich plasma therapy and peptide therapy not only enhance your natural features, but promote recovery and health at all levels. Call 405-563-1255 or stop by 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 to find out about what Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics can do for you. Remember, call 405-563-1255 today.
We kind of want to show off our trailer today. We offer a lot of services all around the metro. We go within 130 miles.
Recently did a house that was 70 to 80 feet. We did it in 2 days, no trouble with shooting it. We were in and out, make sure the customer was really happy with the work.
With liner, it's trenchless, it's headacheless. Any old cast iron, any orange bird, any clay pipe that's pre-existing inside or outside, we can go in and completely reline the inside of that pipe. It turns it all into one solid pipe. You never have to worry about root intrusions. You never have to worry about settling or bellying. Overall, it's a really good product. Everything comes guaranteed. We do make it as trenchless and as headacheless as possible for you guys. Thank you.
This is Blake. Blanchard, Oklahoma. Population 8,900. A classic Oklahoma town situated right along U.S. Highway 62. They're a rapidly growing town that's part of the Tri-City area here with Tuttle and Newcastle. And trust me, many teams and many players have stepped onto Sunny Vermilion Field, our baseball field for today's contest, and they've all left a little bit of winning tradition at the home of the Lions. Today, Blanchard is host to Class 4A Region 7, which features the Lions alongside the Bethany Bronchos and the Cache Bulldogs. 2 days of high school baseball decides who advances to Super Regionals and who goes home. But for two of these teams, the Lions and the Broncos, there's more on the line than just a spot in the next round. Blanchard, the defending state champions, coming off a 35-1 season, hope just to repeat their success and prove once again that they are the best of the best. The Bethany Broncos, however, are looking for a little bit of revenge against the Lions, the team that knocked them out of the state playoffs last season. Will the champs, the Blanchard Lions, return to the state tournament? Will the dark horse, the Bethany Broncos, get their revenge for last year's loss? Will the X Factor, the Cache Bulldogs, stun the world and exit Region 7 as champs? Find out now on the Gospel Station Sports and TalK. Cache and Bethany up first. Thank you for joining us. Luke Young, Blake Vance on the call, your broadcasters for today's action. Blake, how are we feeling first day, first round of playoffs?
Oh, it's going to be a great time out here in Blanchard. I really wish the wind would blow just a little bit harder. Our notes aren't going near far enough from our table right here. But, yeah, we're going to have a great time out here watching this beautiful baseball tournament real quick. some good old regional action against Cache first and then against Blanchard. We'll see if we can get a little bit of get back.
This one has been a long time coming. You knew it couldn't end up any other way.
No.
Bethany and Blanchard were going to play in the same region.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I wasn't here to be able to watch it last year, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. Hey, thanks to our stream sponsors, Simplify Tech Solutions and Ship It Sooner. This pregame show is brought to you by Blake, Nightingale, State Farm, all of them back in Oklahoma City. Blake at 7304 Northwest Expressway, Ship It Sooner in Mustang, actually, 210 North Mustang Terrace, and Ship It Sooner at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard back home. Yeah, we've been looking forward to this one, as we mentioned, for a long time. I mean, these storylines write themselves around high school baseball. Blanchard is once again on a tear. They're a 9-loss team. That's like 25-9. They're top of the line once again in Oklahoma. But as we heard with Coach Broyles and the guys on the Coaches Show yesterday, it doesn't matter who you are, what your record is up to this point. Anybody can lose on any given day. It's just a matter of who wants it more.
Exactly, yeah. And hopefully against this Cache team, they're, I believe, 15-15. They can get a pretty comfortable win here and be able to carry that momentum into the next game against Blanchard.
That's the idea, and it is Bethany and Cache up first. Bethany is situated on the third base dugout, Cache in the first base. I assume that means Cache will be home, but we don't know that for sure yet. We'll let you know as soon as we do.
I believe I heard a coach say that Cache is home, so.
Would make sense. What we do know is the starting lineups. Let's go ahead and get into those starting lineups presented by Myers Roofing back in Bethany. You've got the home squad. Yes,
it's going to be Garrett taking the bump. Then it's going to be Braden behind the dish. Rocco is going to be manning down first. Mason is going to be at second. Then you're going to go over and have Zach at third base. Tucker will be at short, and then from left to right is going to be Deshaun, Kale, and then Thomas.
That's the lineup for the Cache Bulldogs, and now for the Bethany Broncos. Cooper Suarez leads things off in the one spot, manning down shortstop. Cooper Willis bats in the 2-hole. He's playing first. Cruz Burleson in the 3-hole this time, still out in right field with Connor Sidness, your starting pitcher, in the cleanup spot. The senior Trip Williams and your DH for today's game, batting in the 5-hole. Jaden Rose behind him, manning down the hot corner. Isaac Bellows gets the start at second. He's batting 7th. Damian Aguilar at 8, batting 8, center field. And Brody Wright, your 9-hole batter, ready to turn over the lineup. He is playing left field. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Myers Roofing, 2001 North Rolling Ridge, back in Bethany, Oklahoma. You don't have to look very far to find a local, secure, and talented roofing contractor. That's Myers Roofing, 405-787-7433. Well, Blake, as we keep going through this pregame show, we're about 13 minutes out from first pitch. Let's tell the people a little bit about what they're seeing on YouTube right now.
Yeah, so we do not get to, per OSSAA, we don't get to do video, but we do have a camera that is a broadcaster camera, if you will, and we have as Luke says hi, but we have a little setup to where like you can see scores and little updates like that, but we will be doing this pretty much entirely audio.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that is the rules. But we're out here. We got our workaround,
hey,
right?
We got it.
Something out. We're keeping stats, so
we'll try to give you as best of a visual as we can.
Hey, we do invite you both to.
You get a little look behind the scenes of what we got.
Exactly. You can see kind of the mess that is our setup. But we do invite you not only to watch on YouTube, but to listen online on thegospelstation.com, scroll Sports and TalK. And the game will also be on Game Changer. That's how we're keeping up with these live scores. The guys in the dugout do that, so you know that'll be up to date as well. But thank you for spending your afternoon with us here on the GSN Sports and TalK. We had a nice drive down here. It's a little bit chillier than maybe I hoped it was, but as long as the rain stays off, it's all good, right?
I think we should be fine on the rain. It shouldn't ruin the tournament.
No, definitely not. Not at all. Especially if it's only limited to tomorrow, then we're really good because we can flex day 2 to Friday for all we care. We can make it work.
I'll take a day off tomorrow.
Hey, we wouldn't mind. Let's go ahead and go through the Coyote Pond keys to the game for today's matchup. Coyote Pond, more on them in a second, back in War Acres. What are your 3 keys to the game?
So first, try to avoid as many unforced errors as you possibly can. Then, not too many free 90s, as we always say. Those will kill you, especially probably against this Cache team. Eventually, it'll come back to bite you, as it almost did last game. And then just play small ball. Don't try to do too much. If you get down a run or two, don't panic. Just try to get on base and then bring those runs around.
pretty good keys to the game. Coyote Pond, 5804 Northwest 63rd Street, back in Moore Acres. Go to coyotepond.com or call 405-470-7999. They're the home of the $20 FFL transfer. Thanks to Coyote Pond for their support of the broadcast. And yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head right there, especially with the small ball part and unforced errors. When you've got two teams that are going to put the ball in play very consistently, it comes down to who's cleaner in the field. I mean, you got to put the pressure on the defense, force them to get you out. You don't want to get yourself out.
No, and they also need to try to avoid as many hit by pitches as possible. As it almost came back and bit them last time.
Yeah, no free 90s. That's a pretty big point. Pretty big point indeed. Well, with Cache and Bethany both on the road, I do got to say, even about 10 minutes before first pitch, they travel pretty well. We've got the common supporters, right? The constants throughout the season, if you will. I've seen a few familiar faces out here for the Bethany side already. You know the guys in the dugout love seeing that support.
Oh, they definitely do. They love seeing the support. They love seeing us out here, so they're ready to get after it. I know they are.
We think they like seeing us up here.
Well, they like to tell us that they do. So
I'm sure it's all good. We actually brought them back the K-board, so I'm sure they're happy about that.
They're going to be happy about that. Unfortunately, we're at not an angle to where we can really see it whenever they do, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. And the the home plate visit's about to start. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody on the camera was able to see, but the guy that I shook his hand, that was my 6th grade science teacher. So big shout out to Coach Bellows right there.
He's moved up in the education system.
He's moved up just a little bit. Yeah, he's no longer teaching 6th grade science.
No, he's moved up, especially in Bethany's system. He's a great guy. He's out there sitting by the net. We got a perfect side of him.
We love Coach Bellows.
He's awesome. All right, well, we got 9 minutes now before we get to first pitch. So anything else we really want to talk about here on this pregame? Any other key points of this game?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Just try to do your best. Just get on base. Don't try to do too much. If you get down a couple of runs, don't panic. Sometimes they do that, and then it just balloons on them. Somebody will have a 2-run lead in the bottom of the second, and then it extends to like a 6, and they start panicking. They don't know how good they are right now, so they just got to stay within themselves. Don't try to do it too much. You should get out of here with a W.
A little bit of background, if you will, about the Blanchard Lions and Cache Bulldogs. We'll start with the hosting Lions. They were state champions in 2019 with a perfect 39-0 record. They missed the playoffs in 20 and 21, 20 of course due to COVID and that fiasco. But in 2022 they came back to be state champs. Since then they haven't missed the state tournament. They were runners-up in 3 and 24 and state champions last year. Knocked off the Tuttle Tigers, which that's a pretty good feat.
That's a pretty tall task.
So the Tuttle Tigers back in their region are also looking for a little bit of revenge, but hopefully Bethany gets to them first, right?
That would be very hopeful.
Cache Bulldogs this year, you mentioned it, but they're I believe 15 and 15. Last year, Cache's record was pretty similar. 15 and 15, 4 and 8 in district. They didn't play Blanchard or Bethany that whole season. Their last loss looked to be Comanche back on the 27th of April last year. So they're kind of in similar straits, but when you make the playoffs, you give yourself a chance. That's why they are the X factor to me. Anything can happen with the Cache Bulldogs. It's honestly, I kind of relate it back to the Orlando Magic in the NBA playoffs right now.
Who are up 3-1 right now against the number 1 seed.
When you've got a team that has nothing to lose and everything to gain, they're a scary opponent.
Well, that's kind of – there's a thing during the Last Dance documentary where whenever it was the very, very beginning of the Bulls dynasty, they were playing the Cavs, and when Michael Jordan hits the shot against Craig Elo, he told his teammates, "Hey, no one expects us to do anything this tournament. Why don't we just go out and win this thing? We were already up 2 games, so might as well just go ahead and win it."
Might as well. Now, no one's up anything right now. We all got the long way to go here, but it is. I would not be surprised if Cache brings out that mindset.
Just this regional, like they both these teams look fairly evenly matched, so any given day anything can happen. So
right,
just you're out there, you're probably not on a whole bunch of people's radar. Just go out and do your thing, and you might as well get a W while you're here.
To me, the big point of emphasis for the Cache Bulldogs comes down to their battery. Their starting pitcher, number 8, Garrett, and their catcher behind the dish, number 15, Braden. They're going to dictate how this game goes for the Cache Bulldogs in the field, especially since they are the home squad. We get to see them first. If Garrett is filling up the zone, throwing strikes, that'll go a long way to Cache looking for a victory here. If Braden behind the dish is blocking up balls, bodying up baseballs, has a good arm down to second, we know the Bethany Broncos like to run. So that's what I'm looking for here in the top half of the first, to see really how the pitcher and catcher perform with Bethany putting that early pressure on them.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head right there. Try to get as many good base hits as you possibly can and see what this pitching staff is all about.
All right, we're going to go to our first break of the stream as it's time for national anthems. When we come back, we'll get this game kicked off officially. This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. You don't have to look very far to find a dependable roofing contractor, because Myers Roofing is committed to quality roofing systems, excellent customer service, and is all local right here in Bethany. Myers Roofing is licensed, insured, and all work is guaranteed. You can rely on Myers Roofing to take care of your next roofing project, and once you do, you'll understand why our customers keep coming back. Residential roofing, commercial roofing, specialty, tile, maintenance, and repair. Myers Roofing does it all. Call 405-787-7433. That's 405-787-7433. All right, national anthem has concluded, so we are back from break. Bethany out here in the black tops, white pin bottoms. Cache out here in the red tops, all white bottoms. And what do you think about the black on pins?
I'm not sure how I feel about it, honestly. It kind of clashes a little too much for my taste, but whatever. I like the tops, just not matched with the bottoms. Personally,
I definitely expected something closer to the all black, maybe those lavender. I think they're saving the lavender for tomorrow, though, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I think the entire team there, they had some dirty laundry, so they had to mix and match a little bit.
I mean, they've had a long couple of weeks getting ready for this point. A long couple of weeks. All right, so to reiterate here, Suarez, Willis, Burleson, and Sidness get this game started for Bethany offensively. Suarez, who won their Hitter of the Week award this past week, batting in the leadoff spot, filling in for Brody McLaren. We asked McLaren's thoughts on him in that top spot, and he had a lot of good things to say about Suarez.
Yeah, he did. He said that he's been stepping up into that role really well, pretty smoothly, getting a bunch of really good base hits, and he just absolutely killing it out there as a lefty.
Then we found out a little bit more of their superlatives. So Suarez got Batman, Hitter of the Week. Connor Sidness got Captain America. He was Pitcher of the Week, right?
Naturally.
The big lefty getting the start today. And it was actually Cruz Burleson
who got the play of the game.
Their Defensive Player of the Week, the Spider-Man, fitting for an outfielder.
Absolutely.
And we expect those three to have big performances again here today.
Yeah, sure. Cruz, he came up to me a little bit after we had that show, and he was asking what was going on with the camera, and because we had that big glare from the sun, we couldn't even see the screen. You couldn't see it, and you were right in front of it.
I couldn't see it at all.
And so he was like, I was trying to see my play, and I was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. There was a glare, like, I can't do anything about the sun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he got just a small taste of what we had the entire game. It's like, we're sorry,
because that was an absolute pin by Cruz, so, and kind of caught Bells a little bit off guard, so that really allowed him to make that tag and get that out, which was a huge out.
That was what was most funny about it to me, is that Bellows wasn't ready for the throw. It like caught him off guard, and he had an unintentional deke on the runner for Putnam City.
Yeah, it was really good, but Cruz, that was an absolute dot from him. So,
well, the wind now blowing out of the north, heading northeast is where it's blowing out of.
Yeah, kind of towards right field.
Yeah, kind of blowing out towards right. So that is,
that's a pretty good shot for Suarez coming up as a lefty.
Oh yeah,
and he in their little batting game that they had, he had a yayo.
I think he was the only one.
I think so.
All right, we're underway. First pitch of the game brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods. It's high for ball number 1, and we are underway. Again, Suarez leads things off. Shortstop, he faces down Garrett on the bump. Garrett, number 8, he's a right-hander, got the black arm sleeves on. He winds and delivers again. This time, another ball up in the zone. Very quickly to an oblique.
Yeah, and this is good patience shown by Suarez. You could get a little bit too amped up with it being a regional. You want to get ahead as much as possible, but good patience shown by Suarez.
The 2-0 pitch swung on, popped up, heading onto the soccer field out of play. Count will move 2-1.
And it'll land pretty much right behind us.
I think we're in the danger zone here, Blake.
We might be.
We've got our tarp under or on top of us,
Yeah,
so
hopefully
that blocks
the
us.
ball
All
doesn't
right.
find the hole or something like that.
Hopefully. 2-1 pitch from Garrett. He deals, kind of throws that one over the top, and it stays top, 3-1. Sticking with the fastball here, has been living up in the zone for the leadoff batter.
Yeah, and good way to start this at bat, getting way ahead. You can take one here if you want.
Suarez swings at the 3-1, might have fouled it off of his leg, but he runs it out. Garrett picks it up, fires
He
to
got it.
first, called safe at first. Kind of an interesting start to this game, but it's a leadoff single.
He got them all with the hezzy.
Sure, that's what we'll call it. Suarez lined up on first base. That brings up number 23, Cooper Willis.
Yeah, he hesitated, so it froze everybody else, so he just took off and ended up legging it out.
I thought for sure he fouled it off his leg, but I heard the call run it out. I think Coach Lee yelled at him. He got there safely.
Might as well.
Willis with the runner on, the 0-0 to him. It's a fastball, crosses his own middle outside for strike number 1.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just perspective, but this field feels a little bit shorter than ours.
I don't know.
It might be perspective.
Fastball up and in for ball number 1. Count evens out. There's no dimensions on the wall anywhere.
Yeah,
so
we're usually a little bit closer to the
the
mesh, so it just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit shorter.
Plus those trees pick off, move over to first, not in time to get Suarez. Those trees out beyond center, right field also kind of make it feel really short.
Yeah.
It's like
it's probably about the same, maybe a 5-foot difference, but it feels a little bit shallower.
1-1 pitch to Willis, fouled straight back for strike number 2. Stuck with a fastball on that one. It's their own version of the Green Monster out there in right field, not left field. All those trees out there.
Right.
Now, Bethany, in practice yesterday, they got a lot of work off the velo machine, and that stayed high on them. Sidearm move over to first. Suarez goes diving back safely. Do you think that's playing or going to play a big impact in today's game, that practice they got yesterday?
Oh, it definitely will. You got some good looks and some good balls that you can take advantage of.
1-2 breaking ball, fought off by Willis. Way to stay back in your back leg and earn another pitch.
And I don't know if you can kind of angle it, but kind of see our angle, but I'm very proud. I see a bunch of high school kids hacky sacking a little bit over there, so
they must be pitchers.
They got to be.
1-2. Garrett with another move over to first. Suarez got back in time. Garrett obviously working out of the stretch with a runner on. He's been throwing over the top to the plate, but he goes to this little sidearm action to go over to first.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting with the different arm slots.
Time called at the plate.
I guess it's just a touch quicker.
Maybe more comfortable.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be a mental thing. 1-2. The pitch home. Fastball high for ball number 2. That one never really close. Started up, stayed up, 2-2. Potentially just trying to.
Will Scott has shown a bunch of patience. Sometimes he likes to chase those up high.
I was thinking the same thing, trying to get him to chase up. Laid off, 2-2. Garrett lifts and goes. There's the breaking ball again. Willis jumps on it, hit it well out to left. On a line, the ball's caught. Suarez retreats back to first. It's a line out to left field. Caught a barrel, just hit it right at the guy.
Yeah, that was a great hit, but if he could find a gap, that's getting Suarez potentially home, but definitely extra bases.
Out in the left field, that's number 24, Deshaun. Now number 4, Cruz Burleson, starting a right fielder for the Bethany Broncos, steps up to the plate. Right-on-right matchup here, Garrett versus Burleson. Swing and miss on strike number 1. Back pick over to first. It's thrown into right field. It rolls all the way down into foul territory. There goes Suarez from first to second. He advances on the throwing error by number 15, Braden. Runner in scoring position, 0-1 count at the plate for Burleson.
Yeah, and that was a good idea by the catcher. Braden just got away from him.
The 0-1.
Right back up the middle. And it's going to be a...
Fielded at second, thrown across to first, in time to retire Burleson. Suarez does move second over to third. So in the first inning, with 2 gone, Bethany has a man 90 feet away. Now, one thing I'm glad they can't see on the camera is our tarp right now, because as expected, the wind is picking up the front legs and blowing it everywhere, but I have it tied down. We're all good.
Yeah. And Cruz got really good contact on those, just, again, right to the second baseman.
0-0 to Connor Sidness. He comes out swinging, nearly takes off a head on the soccer field. Got to keep that head on a swivel out there. Nothing to want on Sidness.
Kiddo got on his horse to go track that one down.
Hey, good job. That ball getting quickly. I know everybody on the field is happy about that. Connor Sidness batting in the cleanup spot. Man on third. Nothing 1-2 him. Fastball stayed up for ball number 1. 1-1. You got to be careful what you throw this bat.
Yeah, you can't leave too much over the plate. He will take it for a ride.
Garrett lifts and goes home on the 1-1. High and out for ball number 2. Stuck with the fastball there.
As we've seen over the course of the years, Sidness likes that right field side, which is where the wind is blowing.
If he gets something in the wheelhouse, it could go a long ways. Garrett sets back up outside, this time middle out. The pitch in the other batter's box, ball number 3. 3-1. Hitters count. Hey, first inning is brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods, by the way, back in Bethany, Oklahoma. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and Garrett left it high. A walk for Sidness. Courtesy runner will head out. More about C&J Sporting Goods. They're at 6604 Northwest 38th Street in Bethany. Call 405-789-8102. Longtime supporter of GSN Sports and TalK in the Gospel Station. Number 9, the senior Trip Williams up to bat. Runners on the corners, 2 outs.
Looks like we got some classmates rolling in.
I told you, we travel well. Bethany does travel well. 0-0 to Trip. The pitch. Fastball jumped on, ripped down the third base line, goes foul. Now that is some good early count aggression.
As Tripp takes a look at us real quick, and
He did not do it again, did he?
No, he didn't.
Okay, good.
He just took a look over here.
Okay, good. It's too early for that.
I was like, don't do it just now, Tripp.
Swings at the 0-1. That fastball fouled back and out of play. 0-2 for the DH. Now he's showing.
I saw Tripp while I was taking a little break, going out to the car real quick, and I was like, hey, make sure we walk it off this time. He's like, I got you.
0-2. Breaking ball. Williams thinks about it, but held himself back. Ball 1 fell low.
It's a great eye to hold off on that one.
Looked like a little fast-breaking curve that started low, stayed low. 1-2. Now Williams has seen that pitch. The next, fastball jumped
there you
on.
go.
Ripped past the third
Got
baseman. Bethany grabs their first run of the game in the first inning on a clutch hit by the senior. And Williams pumped on first base.
As he should be. RBI single to start out his tournament.
It's 1-0 Bethany Bronchos here in the top of the first. Jaden Rose up to bat next. Rose, runners on first and second. Comes set. Garrett looks over to 2, now back home, he deals. Fastball high, Rose offers at it.
Oh, it's a little too high.
Flares one off right side down the line, and the catch is made just beyond foul ground. That'll do it for the top of the first, but the senior in the first round of the playoffs comes up with a clutch RBI single. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom half here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Well, ladies and gentlemen, spring is here. And when you need help with all your tools, lawnmowers, and more, Evans Hardware out here in Midwest City is the place to be. 1021 South Douglas Boulevard. In the springtime, lawnmower maintenance is more important than ever. In Evans Hardware, it's the place to go for all your lawnmower maintenance tools. They've got seat repair, they've got brand new handles, blade sharpeners, and cleaners, and of course, new belts line the walls as well. Remember, when you need lawnmower maintenance, power tools, stuff for the garden, and everything in between, Evans Hardware in Midwest City, 1021 South Douglas Boulevard is the place to go. Do it best here at Evans Hardware.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods. At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month, and yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Bottom of the first here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. The Broncos jump on the board off of the RBI single by Tripp Williams, the starting DH for Bethany. Now it's the Cache Bulldogs' turn to try and respond. They face down Connor Sidness, the lefty, on the bump for the Broncos. Cale Huntley to lead things off. What do the Bulldogs have to do now facing down Sidness, Blake?
Well, Sidness is a very difficult arm to really get a read on most of the time, so they just got to be patient and try to get some bears on some balls.
Sidness on the first pitch of his outing earns a strike on the low inside corner, went to the fastball there and gets a quick one. 0-1 for the leadoff man, Cale Hudson. Hudson back in the box. Left on right matchup, pitcher versus batter respectively. The 0-1 pitch, fastball sent straight back into the net. Quickly 0-2. Sidness this season has been a beast on the bump for the Bethany Broncos in a year where they have really needed their standout ace. Sidness has stepped up to that role.
He's done really well, and he's really liable if he can get a quick strikeout right here.
0-2 is a fastball, left just a tad bit low. 1-2.
If he can get a quick strikeout right here, 1 or 2, he's liable to get on a roll.
Again, that is what they have needed this year with a few key injuries to different players. Will is dealing with one, Thomas is out, McLaren is out. They need a lockdown start-to-finish pitcher. 1-2, swung on and missed. First strikeout of the day belongs to Connor Sidness. And they'll tally that one on the strikeout board.
On our strikeout board. I'm sure Stoley's over there with it.
I hope it's Stoley. I hope it is Stoley.
Sure.
All right, 1 gone. Here's the 2-hole batter, Mason. Sidness lifts and goes home, gets a ground ball back to him. He gloves it. Shuffle, takes one over to first, and that's out number 2. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
The classic 1-3.
With 2 gone, here's Deshaun, number 24, that left fielder that got that line out to him in the last half inning. Bases empty, 2 gone. Sidness back to the left-on-left matchup. The batter before was a lefty as well. He shakes once, now has a sign he likes. Sidness comes set, working out of the stretch. He lifts, goes home, fires in a fastball, and that one just misses up and out. First batter here in the bottom of the first, he started off with the ball even. 1-0. Sidness looks in again, once again has his sign. He looks, lifts, and delivers. 1-0 fastball in there and counts evens out 1-1. So what do you think it means for the Bethany Broncos' morale if they get Cache in order?
We've seen over the course of the year, as he throws the ball outside, we've seen over the course of the year, whenever they get one of these really quick 1, 2, 3 innings, it snowballs. They end up just going on a roll the next inning or 2.
2-1. That ball was dealt low outside. Sidness back to set. Lloyd sets up middle. There's the pitch. Tagged and sent back onto the soccer field. Count evens out 2-2 once more. I guess we're going to see a lot of foul balls hit on the soccer field next to us. Going to see a lot of those. Hey, speaking of soccer begins their playoffs next week. We'll be catching those games as well here on GSN Sports and TalK.
We got some representation by the soccer team.
Due to a breaking ball, crossed at the letters, looked good, but a little bit high and in. Full count at 3-2.
See if I can't pull up some YouTube.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Sidney is trying to sit down the Bulldogs in order. Comes set, 3-2 pitch. Went back to the fastball, tagged, and is this going to be called foul? It's called fair. Sidney flips and fires. No, it was called foul. Okay, good. I was about to say. Pretty sure home ump is calling a foul, just nobody stopped. They played out the play. Stays 3-2.
Speaking of repping the school, we got some viewers on the good old gospel station YouTube. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Count stays 3-2. Deshaun back in the box.
I was wondering where that noise was coming from. It was me the whole time.
Sidney deals ball 4 up at the letters. Lost Deshaun in the end. There's a base runner for the Cache Bulldogs. So he doesn't get them in order, but nothing hurt here. The cleanup batter, Rocco, up to bat. As the wind picks up once again.
Yeah, if it could just be a little windier, that'd be great.
If you're not used to that sound by now, you will be very quickly. Rocco, the 3rd lefty in a row. Sidney fires, fastball in the zone, strike number 1. Much better start to this at bat. He's back to leading off with first pitch strikes. Sean over at first. He's got some wheels on him. Nice sized lead. 0-1. Sidney checks his runner, goes home. Next pitch, outer half, but it's a called strike once again. Sidney quickly ahead 0-2.
As we have more Broncos filing in.
No balls, 2 strikes. Sidney trying to sit him down in the bottom of 1. He lifts, deals, breaking
Got
ball,
him.
swing and a miss. Fooled him on the curve. 2 strikeouts for Connor Sidney in his first inning of work, and that does it for the first inning. Bethany leads 1-0 in Blanchard, Oklahoma over the Cache Bulldogs. Class 4A, Region 7 at Blanchard. We're heading to the second after this.
Ship it sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
Back from the top of the second in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Bethany with a 1-run lead. It's Isaac Bellows to lead things off this inning. It goes Bellows, Aguilar, and Wright.
Yeah, and Bellows really kick-started that comeback last game out with the triple that he hit.
0-0 to the freshman. The 0-0 pitch to Bellows. He takes a hack at, but it goes right through. 0-1. With freshmen up to bat, I mean, let's talk about that freshman class a little bit. This Bethany team is heavily relying on the underclassmen.
They absolutely are, especially with all the injuries that's been happening as Bellows swings and misses.
0-1 breaking ball that Bellows went right through again. Yeah, injuries, and just naturally they're really young. But a lot of these guys have been there before and know what it takes to win. The 0-2 pitch to Bellows. Fights that one off, earns himself another chance.
And just got a little bit under that, so it fouled straight back. He got away with that right there because that was not going very far had he actually gotten a hold of it.
Just a defensive 2-strike swing. Again, gets him a chance to see another. Garrett winds and delivers the 0-2. Up at the head of Bellows. He didn't even flinch at that one. 1-2.
Well, he saw how the last game ended with a game-winning hit by pitch, so, you know, might as well take it.
Guess so. Garrett working out of the windup. Trailing 1-0. He goes through his motion and deals again. Back to the breaking ball. It's a good pitch, just a tad bit off the plate, low and out, 2-2.
Great eye by Bellows. I probably would have swung at that.
That was a very, very good pitch. A lot of horizontal break on it. We'll call it a slider. The 2-2. Went back to the fastball, and Bellows sends it sharply towards the Cache dugout. Stays 2-2. And how you deal with that two-strike slider for these Bethany Broncos is clearly going to be a big factor in their offense today. The 2-2 from Garrett once more. His pitch, fastball, sent the other way through the 3-4 gap. Bellows with a no-out single to kick off the inning.
I'm sure Pops is pretty happy about that one.
Very, because you know what that was? That was a disciplined veteran at-bat from the freshman.
That was really good.
2-2, fought off multiple breaking balls, great eye, and eventually he takes one backside the way it came. I can't gush about that at-bat from Isaac enough.
Yeah, that's very hard to have that type of plate discipline whenever, as that one's fouled straight back by Aguilar. But it's very difficult as a freshman to have that type of plate discipline.
David Aguilar up to bat, scored around for a bunt, and as you heard, fouled it back. Nothing in one on him. See, 2 left on base in the first. All right, 0-1. Pickoff move over to first. Bellows goes diving back in safely. And what does it mean to a coaching staff to have someone lead off an inning like that, do his job, get on base?
Oh, you absolutely love it. You get 1-all with nobody out. That's really good sign of things to come.
Aguilar squares for a bunt. This time pulls it back for a ball high. 1-1.
Yeah, if you can get that first guy on you, there's unlimited possibilities with nobody out.
Unlimited possibilities. I love the way you put that. 1-1 count for Aguilar. The pitch to him. It's a fastball down the pipe. This one will be a strike. I think he expected that one a little bit off the plate. 1-2.
Yeah, it looked like he just didn't quite see it where it was going in time.
Aguilar back on the wall. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got to find a way to move the runner over. Pickoff move over to first. Bellows is back. Now, even on that, Aguilar squared around for a bunt. We know what his job is. We know what his game plan is, even with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he got the bunt signal.
And he goes around on it for strike number 3.
Yeah, it looked like his job was just advance Bellows on a bunt attempt and couldn't quite get around to it.
Now here's a guy that could do the same thing. Number 7, Brody Wright, batting in the 9 hole. The guy before him wasn't able to do the job. Let's see if he can find a way to move the runner into scoring position. 1 out on the board. Pickoff over to first. They're giving Bellows a lot of attention on first base.
Yeah, they do not want him to take off. Potentially a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Wright steps back in the box. He comes out and swings and fouls one straight back towards the net. 0-1.
And those of you who are watching on YouTube, Luke almost made a play on that had it not been for the mesh.
I thought about bringing my glove out here, but, you know, I'm going to have the tarp. What are really the odds of getting the play, you know?
You can dive.
Sure, out of my chair.
Yeah.
And take all the equipment with me.
I believe you.
Pickoff move back over to first. Bellows once again in safely. Brody Wright, just one of the many freshmen on this squad. Tasked with the big job, batting 9 hole here in the first round of playoffs. He squares for a bunt and goes around on 1 low outside. Quickly 0-2 for Brody. Now let's see that. I mean, Garrett has figured out something on how to deal with the bunt attempts.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'd probably do if I see them consistently just trying to bunt. I'm probably just gonna go outside too far for you to really reach it, but close enough to where you think it might hit the zone.
What he's been doing is he's been throwing that first pitch fastball, then coming back with the moving, the off speed. There's the off speed again, and it fools Brody. Back-to-back strikeouts for Garrett on the bump. 2 gone. That one was middle outside, went to the slider right. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, unfortunately.
Not much. And back to the top of the order with Cooper Suarez, who singled his last time out and came around to score.
2 outs, runner remains on first. Bethany trying to find a way to punch him home, not strand a base runner. Garrett set. Braden sets up outside, the ball is dealt outside for ball number 1. Suarez got in a 3-1 count last time before he knocked his base hit. He was been very good all season about working ahead in the count. Pick off over to first. Bellows was maybe half a step off the base, so he had no trouble getting back.
It seems like that's their game plan, though, is throw a couple pitches at the plate that try to get Bellows.
1-0 at the plate.
But that could come back to bite him. One wild one, and he's off to the races.
Garrett deals ball number 2 on a fastball high. Now, maybe the game plan is, hey, tire Bellows out so much that even if they do throw it to the fence, he won't advance. I don't blame him. He's still not off the base paths.
He's gotten close on a couple of them. Bellows barely got under a few.
2-0. The pitch. Hard hit ground ball, bounding foul down the first baseline. 2-1. Suarez got the barrel out in front of the pitch there, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, and Bellows is pretty speedy out there. We've seen him take 3 bags. So
Suarez back in the box. The right place ball could send that runner first to third. The 2-1 pitch. Tagged, cap shot, foul. 2-2.
And that'll land on the soccer field.
That is, are we keeping track of that? That's number 3.
We'll keep track of it.
Should we write that down somewhere?
Yeah, we'll write that down in our miscellaneous stats.
Yeah, miscellaneous. I like it. 2s all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Suarez
number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's going to be a
jam shot. Soft roller over to second. He gloves it, but doesn't have a play at first. We'll credit that. Another infield single.
And just good 2-strike hitting by Suarez. Didn't quite get all of it, but he legged it out pretty easily.
I mean, it's been what we've saying both yesterday and today. Put the ball in play and good things happen. He got it on the handle. That was a jam shot, and he still reached first because he put the ball in play. All right, 2 runners on, first and second occupied, 2 outs on the board. Here is Cooper Willis, who caught a barrel his last time up, but lined out to the left field.
Yeah, he got a really good barrel on it, just happened to go right to the left fielder.
Garrett set. Check second, now goes home. His first pitch skips by in the dirt. 1-0, though it is bodied up by Braden behind the plate. Willis was in a 2-2 count when he had his big swing. So it seems that the top of the order has had a lot of success when they're getting ahead. 1-0. Garrett checks, goes home again. Fastball jumped on high, fly ball into left field. Looks like it's not going to be much trouble, and Deshaun makes the catch. That'll do it for the top of the second. Bethany gets 2 base runners on, but they strand them both. It was a base hit by Bellows and a base hit by Suarez before they're done this inning. We head to the bottom half. Bethany up 1-0 in Blanchard, Oklahoma.
What are laws on immigration? Contact Tipton Law Center in Oklahoma City at 405-209-1925. Melissa Tipton Duncans has the passion with experience with a solid foundation of knowledge in immigration law. The Tipton Law Center is located at 5909 Northwest Expressway at MacArthur and will also take cases in family law, criminal law, international law, adoptions, or readoptions. For immigration law, contact attorney Melissa Tipton Duncans at Tipton Law Center, 405-209-1925.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
Bottom of 2 here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Bethany Bronchos, Cache Bulldogs meeting up in Class 4A District 7. No, Region 7. I always say district for some reason. I was doing so good. That's the first time I messed that up.
Isn't that the district in Hunger Games, District 7?
Right,
like
yeah,
that?
District 7. What were they? Were they fishing? Do you remember your Hunger Games lore?
I don't remember. It's been years since I watched.
Hey, I don't remember. I don't think I ever knew it. Number 16, the shortstop Tucker set the lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom half. Second inning brought to you by Aloha Shave Ice and Coffee Shop. They helped us on the Coaches Show yesterday, supplied some shaved ice for the baseball team, and the guys loved it. 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway back in Bethany. Sidness back on the bump. The 0-0 of his second inning of work crosses high for ball number 1. Through one inning, Sidness was able to grab 2 strikeouts. He did walk 1, but the only base runner he allowed, the defense stranded. 1-0. He lifts and fires home. Fastball, low inside, hit the inner half. 1-1. This inning goes Tucker, Thomas, and Braden. Your 5, 6, and 7-hole batters for the Bulldogs.
And just a quick little sidebar as Sidness will come home real quick. I just saw the 100-goal scorer Cameron Geard come across our broadcast booth. So,
well, I mean, we said plenty of times that they travel well.
They
There's
do
a lot of
travel well.
support.
I saw her pass and I was like, oh yeah, we got a 100-goal scorer in our midst.
I've seen soccer, volleyball, basketball, 1-2 pitch, Sidness, jams him, flare shots, shallow right field, could have a chance with the wind, but the catch is made. Burleson on the run was able to make the grab.
And who else but Spider-Man?
Who else? So there's one gone. The leadoff batter this inning retired. Now up, this is number 5, their right fielder, Thomas.
Just stay right there the whole time.
Thomas, 0-0 to him. Base is cleared. 1 out on the board. Well, yeah, our tarp is really trying to blow away.
It's trying. It's doing its absolute best.
First pitch to Thomas, a fastball up and out that he whiffs on.
Yeah, I think you got it in the right spot, though. With it being anchored right there, just getting stuck, so it's not quite letting the wind take it.
Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult for some people to walk, but, what are you gonna do?
Whatever,
0-1 pitch goes back high again, and there's another rough swing from Thomas. He's got him on that twice.
Goodness.
We might have to move this back and kind of out of the way in between innings.
Yeah, we might.
0-2. Thomas back in the box.
It's doing everything it can to go.
Sitting this way ahead here. The 0-2 pitch from the lefty. Low inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's not the hardest wind. Like, it's not blowing as hard as it could be in Oklahoma, but that being said, it's still a very hard blowing wind.
It is.
1-2. Fastball back outside. 2-2. He's throwing around the low part of the zone right there, trying to get that swing and a miss. Sidness already has 2 strikeouts on his day, only in his second inning of work. Comes back set for the 2-2. He lifts and fires. Fastball spotted well and called outside. Hit Max Floyd pretty much right in the glove. That was right where he wanted it. Full count, 3-2. Sidness trying not to lose the batter. Trying to find out number 2. His offering. Back inside and high. This one fought off. Thomas able to see another. Some of the guys out here have a plastic ball. They're playing paddleball around.
They're playing pickleball.
They're losing it. We found it, though. Went underneath. 3-2. Sidness winds and deals. There's a hard hit ball. Back out to Burleson to right, going back towards the wall. Has a chance. It's out of here. Thomas got a fastball up, took it out to right, and with the wind at his back, you can kiss that one goodbye.
Just great hitting by Thomas right there. Waited for the pitch that he wanted, then just takes it out to right.
1 hit, 1 run, and we are all tied up at 1 apiece here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. And that's why these teams are in the playoffs. 1 pitch, anything can happen.
Absolutely anything.
So with a freshly tied game, the catcher Braden up to bat, number 15.
First hit surrendered by Sidness.
And it's a home run. That's just kind of how it goes, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sidness has to flush it. His next pitch gets a swing and a miss out of Braden. 0-1.
And that's what you got to do. Just go back to throwing strikes. Good things will happen.
0-1 pitch from Sidness here. And again, that's the danger of throwing high. You want to keep these balls low. In fact, that one's so low it skips by for ball number 1.
And I know we said it before, but the bleachers are filling up on the Bethany side.
Yeah,
almost at capacity.
We're probably definitely going to have to move that leg up so it doesn't hit anybody.
It will, yeah.
1-1. Sidness deals. Fastball fell right through his barrel. I mean, just barely missed it. 1-2. Good pitch to come back with for Sidness. He's still going right after these batters.
And that's a good way to rebound from that. Just go right at him.
1-2. He lifts, looking for out 2. Fastball in, caught him
wow.
on strike 3. That's Sidness's third strikeout, second out of the inning, as the catcher Braden is retired. And what a pitch right there. Fastball stayed glove side for him, but that lefty run brought it right back into the zone.
Yeah, that was just an amazing pitch by Sidness after giving up the home run. Great way to come back.
2 outs on the board, bases clear. Here's the pitcher, Garrett.
And that's going to be right back the way it came.
Cap shot deposited right behind second base. That's a 2-out single for the pitcher. 2 hits in the inning, 1 run in the inning for the Cache Bulldogs. Now the 9-hole batter, number 6, Zach, up to bat.
And the big thing is, and Sidness knows this as well as anybody, but you just can't panic whenever you give those up. Great way to come back with the strikeout. That was just a great hit by a really good hit. A really good hit by a really good player. So no harm done there.
Runner on first, 2 gone. Sidness checks him, goes that way, just to keep him close. So you're batting at the 9-hole now. You don't want to really get back to the top of the order. Now, Sidness has shown that he can handle them, but you don't want this inning to get any further away from you. You want to get it done here. Nothing. Sidness looks over to first a couple of times. He'll go home on this one. Fastball up and in, called strike, and that one's been there today.
It has.
That inner half has been very friendly to the lefty on the bump. Imagine Sidness keeps going there more than once.
Got to go back to the well if it's working.
0-1. Sidness goes home. Fastball, swing and a miss.
There you go.
Back pick attempt from Lloyd. Not going to be in time. But it's 2 strikes at the plate, and Sidness has set himself up very well to get out of this inning. Can hear through my headset the call from the Cache side. They're just yelling, hard line drive somewhere. Do what the guy who hit the home run did. Just catch a barrel, send it out to right field, let the wind do the rest.
As the wind is almost doing the rest with our tent.
Fastball,
and that's going to get him.
Got him low inside. How about the strikeouts looking from Connor Sidness? 4 on his start. It's tied 1-1 as we head to the 3rd inning in Blanchard, Oklahoma. The first round of the playoffs. It's regionals here on GSN Sports and TalK.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we can get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Cholito's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Cholinos. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Cholito's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006. M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
All right, top of the 3rd here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Leading off this inning is number 4, Cruz Burleson. He's got a 1-1 count on him now. So leadoff batter, he's now batting in a 1-1 game. Got to get this offense restarted for the Bethany Bronchos. 1-1 to him's a fastball that crosses high. 2 balls, 1 strike for the leadoff man this inning.
And he had a really solid contact earlier, but just hit it right to the second baseman.
And he'll actually...
That'll hit him.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. He'll be hit by this one. Hey, we take those all day long.
That's a good old free 90.
Burleson heads down to first, and now here for the second inning in a row, a no-out base runner for the Bethany Broncos.
Well, maybe not free 90. He paid for it a little bit, but,
It's a 90.
He didn't have to do anything for it, really.
Connor Sinnis, the pitcher, up to bat. 0-0 to him is a fastball that clips the outer half for strike number 1. Sinnis walked his last time up. Got it all the way to a 3-1 before ball 4 was dealt. They really didn't want to leave anything over the zone to him. Pickoff move over to first.
Don't want to leave anything over the zone for Sinnis.
No, because he showed with the early count aggression that he was willing to swing at it. 0-1.
And he loves those middle end ones.
Garrett looks a couple of times. A third. Now he'll go home. The pitch, it's a curveball that, oh, look at this. Sinnis taps down the first base line. Oh, but he's beat there by the pitcher. He did advance the runner, but there's out number 1, unassisted put out for the pitcher, Garrett.
And no harm there. You advance Burleson, who can easily get home on a nice little gapper, and you did what you needed to do.
Especially with the guy up to bat coming up next, Trip Williams,
who singled and got an RBI his last time up.
Got a chance to do the same thing right now. Garrett's 0-0 to him. Fastball, pumped it right through the zone, 0-1. Now, Williams was in a 1-2 count when he hit his first hit of the day, so it doesn't matter if he's ahead, behind, he's still a threat. 0-1. The pitch, curveball, fell right into the zone, but a tad bit high, we'll call it. 1-1.
Well, and Tripp got that single on a 1-2 count last time up, so.
Cache fans wanted the strike call there, but they're not going to get it. Even count, 1-1. Garrett checks second once, goes home. Oh, and he nails him right in the armpit on that one, right in the upper ribs. 2 hit by pitches in the inning. Runners on first and second. Well, Blake, you mentioned it in our pregame show, but hit by pitches, they're trouble. They're trouble when they start piling up.
Yeah, and you got a really good bat coming up, and Jaden Rose, who really brought that game home last time, and he's a very dangerous bat as well. He can rip it right back up the middle and make this a 2-1 ball game.
All right, so with Rose stepping up to bat, he popped out to right his last time up, caught a barrel, but it was kind of a weird flared shot. So if he can really get on one and get that barrel through the zone, he has a chance to send it a mile. Garrett set. Runners on first and second. The double play is on the table. He leads this one off a little bit backwards, goes to the first pitch curve, but it's left high for ball number 1. 1-0 count for Rose. He's been manning down the hot corner pretty much all season. Garrett's 1-0. Fastball, he swings on it, fouls it off over Cache's dugout. 1's all across the board.
And they tried to get 2 in scoring position right there.
Garrett looking in for his next sign. Has one he likes. Catcher sets up outside. The 1-1 pitch. Rose sees it. It goes high for ball number 2. Jaden Rose, we've seen him so much. He holds himself. He shows like he's an upperclassman, but he's a freshman himself. Pickoff move over to second, keeps the runner close. But you wouldn't think it just watching him on the field, the way he carries himself.
I figured he was an upperclassman first time I saw him.
2-1. He's got to have a very disciplined at bat here, try to score this run. He scores around for a bunt, but he'll pull it back and take strike 2. Rose disagrees with it, thought it was low outside, but it's even nonetheless. Now Bethany has shown that they want to bunt, but no one's gotten it down yet.
There's been a couple of good attempts, but no one's been able to actually get one.
The 2-2. Check swing, held up.
Ooh, held up just in time.
Full count at 3-2. Again, that's all right. I mean, that's the approach. Yes, 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 no. Until the last second, you're thinking, I got to hit it. Full count, 3-2. 1 out on the board. Runners won't be moving, but they got to try and take this double play off the board. Garrett looks at second a couple times. Now he lifts and goes home. The pitch, slow inside, strike 3. Both runners stole on it, and both are safe. So although it's a backwards cave for Rose, that's 2 runners in scoring position for the Broncos.
And we're back to Bellows, who had a little 4-3 gapper.
Isaac Bellows with a chance to come up clutch once more. He led off last inning with the single. If he could find one now, potentially scores 2. The 0-0 to the freshman. Low inside, it hits that same spot as the pitch previous. Strike 1.
Yeah, and these bats have had this pretty consistently for the first 2 innings. That inside part of the plate is fairly open.
The 0-1 to Bellows. Curveball, he goes after. Came up empty, 0-2.
Yeah, that one fooled him just a little bit.
That has kind of been the pattern, if you will, from Garrett that I've seen. It's a first pitch fastball, and maybe he'll mix up with the slider if he's really feeling it. But the second pitch is almost always the breaker. Something they got to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Garrett's 0-2 to Bellows. His pitch went high, and it actually catches him in the elbow guard. 3 hit by pitches in the inning. Bellows bailed out of an 0-2 count. The bases loaded. This brings up Damon Aguilar.
Oh, I put that in the wrong thing.
They're going to give Bellows a second at first because, you know, that one doesn't feel good.
No, they never do. It doesn't matter how much padding you have on there, they never feel good.
But this is trouble for the Bulldogs. After just tying this game back up on the back of a solo shot, they're in a bases-juiced situation at risk of losing it once more.
They do, and if we know one thing about these Bethany bats, with 2 outs and bases juiced, they're dangerous.
Here's Aguilar, starting center fielder. The 0-0 to the bat. He comes out with some early aggression and fouls it straight back. 0-1. Aguilar last inning, he struck out swinging. But now that he's had that first at bat, he's settled in, he knows what the pitcher is bringing. I'd love to see him knock a base hit somewhere. The 0-1. There's the curveball.
Yeah, backdoored him.
Once again on strike number 2. 0-2. After this inning, I have to imagine they're hunting that pitch.
They gotta be.
Garrett set, working quick. His 0-2. Fastball swung on. Aguilar sends it into right field, heading down towards the corner and foul ground, and it escapes the confines of the ballpark.
And just great job to fight that one off.
Count stays 0-2. And that's kind of what it takes. It's just fight one off till you get your pitch, one you can hammer.
And he's probably going to try to get him to chase something a little bit outside.
Garrett winds and delivers. He fights off the curveball.
That back door again.
Great job by Damon Aguilar staying on the back foot, keeping the hands high. Still 0-2. Now a 4-pitch at bat. Have to keep an eye on how long this will. I have a feeling it could go for a while.
It might. Aguilar will fight him off until he gets one he likes.
0-2. Garrett working quick once more. He deals. Oh, and got him to chase high. Went to the fastball, started up, stayed up, and Aguilar just couldn't hold off.
Yeah, he tried to check that, but he just went around.
So that'll do it for the top of the third. Bethany loads up the bases but are unable to score any runs, so we stay tied heading into the bottom half. Don't go anywhere. More Bethany baseball here on the Gospel Station Sports and TalK and GSN Sports and TalK on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
Gallegos Mexican Restaurant at 7000 Northwest 23rd at Rockwell in Bethany is locally owned and operated. Authentic Mexican food, open 11 to 9 Monday through Friday and 10 to 8 Saturday and Sunday. Gallegos Mexican Restaurant offers a variety of Mexican plates, daily lunch specials starting at $8.99 Monday through Friday, and menudo on the weekends with more traditional dishes. Gallegos Mexican Restaurant. Call 405-506-0790. Northwest 23rd at Rockwell, Gallegos Mexican Restaurant.
Bottom half of the third, and as we intro this inning, congratulations to Seth Griner for breaking Bethany High School's 400-meter dash record with a time of 49 seconds and 66 milliseconds. Griner actually broke his own coach's record, Don Stout, who originally had a 49.95, so he broke it by 0.3 of a second. That's pretty impressive.
That's insane.
In this inning, it's a 1-0 count for the leadoff batter. Connor Sidness still working on the bump. Now tie game. His next pitch, and it crosses the outer half for strike number 1. This is number 1, Cale, back up to bat in the 1-1 count. It's Cale, Mason, and Deshaun this inning.
Big shout out to our third inning sponsor, Victory Mattress Outlet at 7101 Northwest Expressway, Suite 610. They got a bunch of really good stuff, bed frames, box springs, mattresses, pillows, you name it, they got it. You can give them a call at 405-510-6988.
Cale swung and missed at the 1-1 pitch, so now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Sidness is ahead. He's been dangerous in this position. Let's see if he can put him away. The pitch, cap shot, over to second. Bellows is there, he'll field it, takes his second, and then throws, but it's not in time. Just didn't get out of the glove cleanly on the transition.
Couldn't transfer that cleanly.
That will officially be a hit. That's 3 given up by Sidness in his start, and a no-out base runner for Cache. For the Bulldogs, it's kind of the same approach as the Bethany Bronchos. Now that you've got that runner on, you've got to find a way to move over.
Yeah, you have to. Especially in a 1-1 ball game, this could potentially be the ceiling run, so you got to try to find a way to get him across.
Number 18, Mason, up to bat. Sidness will go over to first, keeps the runner close. Mason is the starting second baseman for the Bulldogs himself. Cale starts in center, the batter before.
And I know we have a lot of people here, but big shout out to everybody who is tuned in on the Gospel Station Sports and TalK YouTube channel.
Nothing.
Give us a comment if you're listening.
That pitch back to Mason off the plate, but it was a ball up and in, and the back pick over to first from Lloyd, not time. 1-0. Yeah, we apologize for only having the audio-only version. We do wish we could have video, although that setup would be a little bit more interesting than this, I think.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more fun.
1-0 is a push bunt down the third base line, but it rolls foul. Not a bad attempt right there from Mason.
Yeah, just rolled foul at the last second.
1-1. So we talked about Cache's season last year, going back to it a little bit. Some of their big competitions came at the end of the year where they saw teams like Lawton and Altus, 5A schools. They saw Eisenhower, who they only lost to 4-3, a 1-run loss there.
Wow.
They had their real good tests, but a lot of the ranked 4A schools were what got the better of them. 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside, just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. They had, back-to-back losses to Plainview, back-to-back losses to Community Christian last year, Lone Grove, and it was a lot of that for their district opponents. They do play in a pretty tough district. 2-1. Sidness looks over to first. He'll go home. Runner goes. Fought off pitch, bounces towards Willis at first. It goes foul, so that runner will have to head back to first base, 2-2. But for Cache, this is kind of right where they want it to be. They're in the mix. They've given themselves a chance. They can really overperform at, the flip of a switch.
That they can.
2-2. Runner on first. Sidness checks him once. He goes over to first on the pickoff, but not going to be in time. Both Cache and Bethany have now shown when and how they will steal. Bethany actually went with the double steal, and it worked out. I have to imagine that is on Cache's mind to answer. The 2-2 home. Sidness, fastball. Ground ball over to Willis. He'll step on first for the force there. No play at second. 1 gone.
And just good job by Willis to get the sure out at first. Don't really worry about the lead-off runner. Get him if you can, but make sure you get 1 out on the board.
John Harvey up to bat. Number 24, and that's starting left fielder. Harvey with a man in scoring position and less than 2 outs. This is what hitting coaches preach all over the nation. This scenario right here, who's going to do a job? You're at your cleanup, your 3-hole and your cleanup bat. So someone's got to find a way to do the job for the Bulldogs.
And ideally, you get either a strikeout here or him to ground out to third.
Sidness' first pitch got him to chase up. Not really a great swing from Deshaun there. I think that one kind of ballooned on him. He was thinking home run.
Yeah, he was thinking
we
home
saw
run.
the other inning. 0-1. Lloyd runs out to talk to Sindus. Might have been a miscommunication in signs there. Nothing
Yeah,
one.
and Deshaun was smiling a little bit. He knew he gave him one there.
Well, Sindus ahead in the count. That's a dangerous spot to be, is giving Sindus a strike.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Oh, one count.
It's like giving him a middle-in fastball. You just don't do it.
No kidding. The lefty sets and deals. Went back to the fastball and spotted up outer half. Quickly 0-2.
Good frame by Max Lloyd, too, making sure that was a strike.
And now it feels like he's found a little bit of that rhythm back. Way ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Stick with fastball here or drop one in on
just
the
try
breaker?
to gas him. He's already proven that he's going to swing at it.
Bet you he throws it high. 0-2. Let's see what's in this deals. He's actually going to go over to second once. Keeps him close. Keeping him honest.
And I don't hate that by Sindus. He's way ahead in the count. So see if you can freeze him a little bit.
Now here's the 0-2. This time Sindus will go home. The pitch.
And got him.
He went to the breaker. He went to the breaker, left it outside, and fooled him. Strikeout number 5.
And that's what we said. Sindus is likely to snowball if he gets a few strikeouts.
That's the 3-hole retired. So here's number 13, Rocco, the cleanup batter. 2 outs. Runner still on second.
And you got Rocco via strikeout last time, so.
5 Ks for Sindus in his start. He lifts on the 0-0. Fastball. Ran it in on the hands. Here's a flare shot left side. It's going to be Suarez making the call and the catch. Cache strands 1 runner in the bottom of the 3rd. We remain tied 1-1 after some clutch pitching from Connor Sindus.
Great pitching job by Connor Sindus right there to get out of that.
That does it for that inning. Let's go to the 4th. Approaching the middle innings here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. It's round 1 of the playoffs. Bethany and Cache on the Gospel Station Sports and TalK.
Need more money? Then save more money at Nimini Auto Group, 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway in Bethany. Nimini Auto Group is where your budget meets the open road with high-quality used vehicles at prices that won't break the bank. Step into a world of automotive wonder with many different makes and models, as well as flexible financing options, all supported by our friendly and helpful staff. Got a trade-in you want valued or looking to browse the lot yourself? Call 405-470-0141. Let's find your next ride at Nimini Auto today. Stop by 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-470-0141.
It's Girls' Day every day at Retro Rebel Boutique in Yukon, 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110. If you are looking for style and fashion for women and children at an affordable price, shop at Retro Rebel and see the amazing selection of clothing and jewelry we have to offer. Tops, bottoms, hats, footwear, we've got it all at Retro Rebel Boutique. We sell beautiful jewelry like our diamond earrings and pearl necklaces, and with our one-of-a-kind jewelry creation service, you get to choose your bling. New arrivals come in constantly, and Oliver & Co. fragrances paired with gift cards make perfect gifts for those close to you. Call 405-868-7719 or stop by 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110 in Yukon.
Brody Wright leads things off in the top of the 4th. It's the 9-hole batter, followed by Suarez and Willis. You're 1-2. Tied 1-1 in the middle innings now. Here's the 0-0 to Wright. Check swing on the ball high. Looks like he held off. And that will be the call. 1-0 count for Wright. 4th inning is brought to you. Let's see if I can get it. It's brought to you by Integrity Services, 711 Northeast 39th Street. 1-0 pitch is another ball high for Wright. Integrity Services, longtime support of ours. We go out there for some really fun shows every now and then, and I hear we're going to be at a party they throw in the upcoming month of May, so keep an eye out for that. 2-0 is ball number 3, way down by Wright's feet. He's way ahead, 3-0. No trouble here, right? Auto take.
Yeah, that's going to be an auto take unless it's right down the middle.
It was a strike?
Yeah, it looks like they're calling it a strike.
Okay, I guess it was a strike.
Yeah, no, unless that's like the pitch that you just absolutely love, you just go ahead and put the bat on the shoulder and watch it go by.
I was so confused because there was no signal. No one said
anything.
anything.
No one said a word.
Wright just didn't go down to
I think
first.
we were talking more than anybody.
3-1. And there's no doubt about that one. Ball way high. Wright draws the leadoff walk. So this is the 3rd inning in a row, a early base runner for the Bethany Broncos. both they and Cache now have been able to put that guy on. It's just a matter of moving him over and eventually scoring him.
Yeah, they haven't been able to move over the leadoff runner lately.
If leadoff hadn't been important enough, remember the one run for the Bethany Bronchos was their leadoff batter of the game, Cooper Suarez. And speaking of, Suarez is back up to bat here. 1-0 count on him on a ball outside.
And good discipline right there to lay off of that one.
That seems to be Garrett's game plan here. Pitch around the outer half. Try to hit that outside corner that's been there a few times. Catcher sets up inside here, however, the 1-0. And it's left arm side, though. So definitely didn't hit the spot there, 2-0.
Yeah, and if I'm in that batter's box right now, I'm keeping my bat on my shoulder until he throws me a strike.
It hadn't been in a row, but after that walk, I'd say you're correct. Garrett, 2-0, comes set, takes a little bit more time, but he flips one over to first, and that one is thrown to the wall. Takes a hard bounce off the fence. There's right, rounding second, takes a hard turn for third, but he's going to hold up on 2 as the throw comes in from right field. An error on the pitcher and a man in scoring position. Well,
I don't know if Garrett knows, but this is a dangerous guy to have at the plate with a runner in scoring position.
You actually called that like 2 innings in advance. Never wrong, just early.
Sometimes. You throw enough over there, eventually one's going to get away from you. It's just law of averages.
The 2-0 pitch to Suarez and make that 3-0. He's way ahead in this one. It looks like Garrett has kind of run out of gas here in the fourth.
Yeah, he's leaving a lot of them up and outside. It looks like he might be just running a bit out of steam right now.
He's set for the 3-0. See if he can find a strike here. The pitch, and no, outside. Back-to-back walks. Have to imagine we're going to see a visit out to the mound here from Cache, but I don't see anybody exiting the dugout just yet.
They might do it about mid. Oh, there he is, right there.
I was about to say, I feel like that was the spot
that was a bit delayed. But
yeah, but
they finally got there.
And we did see number 10 Reed head down to the bullpen to start warming up. So keep that in your mind as a dimension to this inning. We might see the starter Garrett exit here very shortly. For now, though, let's go to a short break. When we come back, the continuation of the fourth.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
And we're back following the mound visit. So for the time being, the current pitcher is going to stay out on the bum. Garrett continues his start. His next batter to face will be Cooper Willis. He's gone with back-to-back walks to put runners on first and second, and that's kind of trouble for Cache. This is now multiple innings in a row where Bethany has put the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, and so far this game, this is the bat that you want to get that confidence back. Two straight at bats to where the left field as he skies it to left field again.
Willis slashes, and that one is a towering fly ball out to left. It will be caught by Deshaun, who has had a lot of work to do whenever Willis is up to bat. A line out to left, a fly out to left, and another fly out to left. So Willis retired for the third time today. Here's Cruz Burleson. He's over 1 with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, and Willis has just been early these past 3 at bats. If he can just straighten that up, he can probably take a few out to the fence.
Nothing to Burleson, and he offers at a fastball high.
Yeah, he wants that one back. He was very upset with himself.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I think you said it about the best way you could have. He wants that one back. No balls, 1 strike. If you can get him something a little bit more down in the zone, he can take it. The 0-1. Curveball, front door, and it fell right into the zone. 0-2. I mean, that's a pretty good pitch.
It's a good pitch.
But it's still the exact same pattern we've been pointing out. It's first pitch fastball for strike 1, then the curveball for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch, went back to the curve, skips it by. The runner's going to take off to throw it down to third. It's on the line to get the tag. They're going to say he got him in the back. Oh, no. Out number 2 on the base paths and a 1-2 count at the plate.
Looks like we might have a little bit of a disagreement.
Oh, of course. You got to go argue that one.
Yeah. I didn't get to see, but
you have no choice but to go argue that one, especially if you're a head coach right there. I mean, you go out there and you fight that one for the players, if nothing else.
Give your guys a spark. They've
call,
kind of stalled a little bit.
The call will stand. Wright is retired at third on the throwdown from the catcher, Braden. Trail runner Suarez did move over to second, though, so there still is a man in scoring position, but this just got a lot tougher. It all hangs on, it feels like, this next pitch. The 1-2. Garrett ready and deals. Left that one high, 2-2, so not that pitch, but maybe the pitch after.
And Burleson was able to lay off of that one.
2s all across the board. Again, this just became a very, very important at-bat. Garrett trying to win it, trying to get out of this inning. His 2-2 offering. There's the curveball right into the middle of the zone. Burleson retired on the backwards K, and Cache escapes another inning after giving up a 0-outs base runner.
Yeah, that inning did not go how the Broncos wanted it to. They had an early couple of base runners and just couldn't cross them.
Well, that does it for the top half of the fourth. We head down to the bottom half, still tied 1-1. We'll see Sidness continue his start when we come back from break.
Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics at 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 utilizes cutting-edge technology and personalized treatment plans centered around your goals, your comfort, and your natural beauty. Experience a range of services from IV therapy, Sculptra, acne treatments, and much more. With state-of-the-art machines like the T-Shape 2, Eris Lunara offers non-invasive, proven, and natural solutions for healthier skin that will have you feeling exquisite and rejuvenated. Other services like platelet-rich plasma therapy and peptide therapy not only enhance your natural features, but promote recovery and health at all levels. Call 405-563-1255 or stop by 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 to find out about what Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics can do for you. Remember, call 405-563-1255 today.
Bottom of the fourth, and we just found out the pitch count for the starter, Garrett, for Cache. He's at 82.
82
in 4 innings. He's averaged that's
15
roughly
inning.
roughly 15, roughly 20. You know, it's something around there. Some number in between there that I'm not going to do the math to figure out.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing that math.
But it is of note about double.
I forgot we were in the fourth. Yeah, it's about 20.
It is of about double what Sidness has thrown in his start.
That's crazy.
So it does make sense that Garrett has started to feel a little gassed. Sidness, though, still working strong. The first pitch of this inning to Tucker is low inside for ball number 1. As he is going into his fourth inning, he's allowed 3 hits, 1 run on them. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. This is the Class 4A Region 7, first round of the OSSAA playoffs in 2026. There's a hard hit line drive into left. On the charge, it's going to drop right in front of Brody Wright. It's a no-outs single. That's hit number 4.
Yeah, and I can't imagine Garrett going any more than about 2/3 of next inning.
I'd be surprised, honestly. I mean, they had a guy go warming up.
Yeah,
I'd be
I wouldn't be surprised if his day is done, but he can't go more than about 2/3 of next inning probably.
So once again, you have the leadoff batter on. Both teams have very consistently been able to do that. Breaking ball inside, gets away from Lloyd. The runner is going to advance. 1-0 count at the plate, and now a man in scoring position. Up to bat is the right fielder, number 5, Thomas. That's only the first pass ball of the game that has been given up by Lloyd, but it comes in a big spot.
Yeah, and that's Max has been doing an absolute great job of blocking those balls.
Swing and a miss on the 1-0. That was a fastball that, oh boy, let's just say Thomas wanted.
He absolutely did. He was trying to take that to left field too.
I feel like, no, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I feel like the wind has kind of died down.
It's only died down a bit because we actually have anchors for our tent now.
Maybe.
That's how it works.
I guess. 1-1 is fouled straight back. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the exact same thing as we hear it at the bikes once again. Oh, well, it's Oklahoma. What can you do? We were just hoping it gets a little bit warmer, and I think it is doing that at least.
It's starting to climb a little bit.
Sidness on the 1-2. He comes set. Runner on second has a decent-sized lead. Sidness checks him a couple times, goes home. The pitch lined into left center field. This could be trouble. Aguilar racing, dives.
He got it! Oh, he dropped it.
Wait. Let's see if he says on the transfer. I think that'll be on the transfer. Out. Dropped it on the transfer. Diving catch for Damian Aguilar in center field. That's out number 1 on the board.
What a play by Aguilar.
I mean, that's what it takes, right? That's what it takes.
You're in the regionals. You gotta go all out.
Got to leave it all on the field. Now it's Cache's turn to argue the call, but I think they have this one correct. I think that was Aguilar pushing himself off the ground, trying to get the ball out to double the runner up.
I would agree with that.
I would say that is on the transfer. And it looks like that call is going to stand. 1 out on the board. Now up to bat. Here's number 15, the catcher Braden. That could, as you said, that could be the spark.
That could be.
Nothing to nothing. Sidness just got a big out number 1 in the field. Let's see if he can ride that momentum home.
I didn't think he was going to get there.
Pick off over to second. Oh, if he had thrown, he might have had him. The runner on 2 actually took an extra step towards third before diving back. Sidness, I don't think ever intended to throw that one, but if he had.
No, and it's rare for Sidness to go to second and actually throw it. I've only seen it once or twice. He usually just goes and checks the runner.
He looks a couple of times, but he'll go home. Well outside. Ball number 1. Hey, speaking of pitchers that we haven't seen a lot, Peyton Tolley, Bethany alum, just got his second big league start. I'm pretty sure it went really well.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that, actually.
I don't have the exact stat line in front of him, but I know all of the Bethany coaches that coached the kid were watching that game.
Yeah, I was kind of keeping an eye on it.
1-0 is tapped and sent back foul. Well, no, it was a fastball up, but I bring that up because I know after their party they had yesterday, Coach Lee and some of the other coaches went home and watched that start. You know, they have so much pride for all of the Bethany alums, not just the ones that make it pro. They're so proud of what the kids do here, and you know the years they put together, the work they put into it, and the people they become.
Yeah, we got a great group of kids.
Send this on the 1-1. He lifts and goes home with the fastball. Got him to dip for it. Here's a high pop-up to Willis over at third. He's well in foul ground.
Get there.
He doesn't get it. It'll just be foul. And he was well behind first base for that one.
Yeah, and he almost got that. I think the wind shifted a little bit and took it a little bit outside of his glove.
You know what I think? I think he's not used to a first baseman.
That's also probably true.
1-2. That does force Sidness again to throw a few more pitches here, but let's see if he can limit that. Maybe on the other end, your current batter, Braden, gets to see another pitch, something he could deal with. Sidness 1-2, trying to retire the batter. Threw it
Good
low.
pick.
Uh-oh, we got trouble
come
here.
on, Max. Pin him.
I thought he should have thrown it.
I thought he was going to throw it.
I mean, if he's throwing it, you're always taught to throw it
He
ahead of the
froze.
runner, right?
He probably should have got there.
Better, I'll take that. That's probably the best scenario.
That's the best scenario, but
2-2.
It just kind of froze him. I was talking about the runner. He froze.
2-2 pitch. Sidness goes. Jam shot. Shallow left center. Could be trouble again. Suarez makes the catch over the shoulder with Aguilar diving in behind him. Lucky they didn't collide. I'm going to call that good communication, and he knew that he wasn't in trouble.
As our
2 gone.
Tent's flying again.
We'll move the sandbags.
We'll move it in here in a minute.
It's all right. So that's now out number 2 on the board. Bottom of the 4th. This brings up the pitcher, Garrett. And, I mean, like I said, the storylines write themselves. Starting pitcher versus starting pitcher here. Cache with the chance to take the lead in the bottom of 4. Sidness is going to take his time here. Knows he has to make a couple good pitches in a row. His first one.
Yeah,
perfect.
Right down the middle.
Strike 1. That fastball has been treating him well today. Oh, 1.
The good old pitcher-on-pitcher matchup.
What has Garrett done today?
Garrett has a single to his name.
Sidness will actually throw over to second this time. Nothing going there. Only single, just 1 for 1?
Just 1 for 1.
Really? We've only seen him once? It feels like it's been more than that.
Yeah, I know. They haven't been able to bat around the order.
0-1 at the plate. Runner still on second. Now 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the 4th in Blanchard. Bethany and Cache send this deals. Gets a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Stuck with the fastball, up out corner. Garrett couldn't get the barrel to it. Sidness has 5 Ks on his start. To get his 6th here would be massive. He looks in. Lloyd gives him the sign, and Sidness comes set. Maybe the biggest pitch of his outing yet, the 0-2. Ran it inside, nearly hit him. Gets all the way to the backstop. The runner will advance. We got to make it interesting.
Yeah, they can't ever just, get a nice 1, 2, 3. They gotta make us sweat a little bit.
1 and 2. I'd say it's more of a wild pitch or a pass ball there.
Probably more of a wild pitch.
I think so too. I'm gonna log that down at my stat sheet as a wild pitch. 1 and 2. Sidney set again, now with the runner behind him. He's blind to the man on third. Here's the pitch. Got him to dip for it. Skies one left center field. Aguilar tracks it, runs in, and has the grab. It's another 0 put on the board. These teams are tied heading into the 5th. Sidney's 5 strikeouts on his start. He's given up 4 hits. And, man, what a game we have at number 1 today.
Absolutely. And Damon Aguilar probably saved a run with his diving catch. So
yeah, absolutely.
that will go a long way to the conclusion of this ball game.
Remember that one, folks. We'll ask about that postgame or something.
Say aloha to your new favorite shaved ice and coffee shop, Aloha Shaved Ice. On the corner of Northwest 39th Expressway and Council. Aloha brings the summer vibes no matter what the weather looks like outside. Their year-round shaved ice means you get to enjoy classic flavors like grape, strawberry, and cotton candy, while their extensive selection of coffee complements that chill flavor perfectly. Looking for something different? Aloha has specialty drinks for days. Try the Banana Split, Fuzzy Monkey, Spider-Man, or Shrek. And trust us when we say that's only a small part of their specialty lineup. Sharp-eyed visitors may also notice Aloha's local support and drinks like the Bethany Bronchos, SNU Crimson Storm, SCU Eagles, and Boomer Sooner. You can enjoy games like chess or Candyland while you dine in the cozy atmosphere, or sit outside and find yourself whisked away to the shore. Kick back with all your friends at Aloha, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-633-7778, and remember that you can take that sunshine with you thanks to their drive-thru lane. Aloha Shaved Ice and Coffee Shop, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. 405-633-7778.
Top of the 5th in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Blake, who's our 5th inning sponsor?
5th inning sponsor is Blake Nightingale, my cousin, we both have the same name.
Its first name is the relation, not last name.
That's it. Blake Nightingale, he'll insure your car, boat, life, business, whatever you need. You can give him a call at 405-728-1313 or go see him at 7304 Northwest Expressway.
Connor Sidness leads this thing off, gets a barrel over to second. It is gloved in the gap and thrown to first in time to retire 2-9. That's how the 5th inning starts for the Bethany Bronchos, 4-3 putout.
Good barrel on that one. He just hit it right to the second baseman.
Garrett is staying on the bunt for another inning. They're going to let him go as long as humanly possible to conserve arms, if I had to guess. This team will see Blanchard in the final game today anyways. I mean, Bethany gets the back-to-back. Cache has a game off before they play the Lions. The 0-0 to the new batter, Williams, is swung on and missed, 0-1.
Yeah, 1 hit and 1 hit by to his name.
Let's talk about the schedule for today. So Bethany and Cache kick it off. Then the Broncos and the Lions play on Bethany's back-to-back. But then the Lions have a back-to-back against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I'd much rather the schedule play out this way. This way, hopefully they can get out of here with the win. Then next game, Blanchard comes in cold. If you can get on top of them really quick, you might be able to walk out of here 2-0.
Maybe. I mean, I know the guys like playing the back-to-back more than having the game break. 1-1 the Williams, too high for ball 2.
Yeah, they'll obviously have some time to warm up and everything, but coming in cold, you might be able to get on top early and hold that lead.
The 2-1 pitch. Well swung on, hit sharply to third. It's knocked down on the hot corner. Williams trying to beat it out. The throw's off the line. It takes a hard bounce off the fence. Williams won't be able to advance. It's a base runner with 1 out here in the top of 5. Now, what do you say? Do you think he would have beat that throw anyways?
I think he would have beat it. I personally, it was far enough. I think he would have beat it.
Then I'll just write it down as a single.
Yeah, and great job by Coach Willis holding him up right there.
Jaden Rose up to bat. A man on, one gone.
Yeah, he struck out last time up.
Garrett now dealing with the base runner. Here's the 0-0 to Rose. It's targeting low outside, but it's called a ball. Yes, Rose today, a pop out to right field and then a strikeout looking. So he's still hunting his first hit. And again, I feel like I've said it a few times, but they could use it now. This would be a big situation to find it. 1-0 pitch from Garrett. He goes home with the fastball, sent right back up the middle, and he must have heard us. Jaden Rose singles into center field. Runners on 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jaden looked us went shh.
Yeah.
Now we got first and second with one out. With a big bat, Isaac Bellows coming up.
I love that we get to say that. A single to his name and a hit by pitch. The freshman Isaac Bellows with a chance for the RBI.
So we got two guys on the team with a single and a hit by pitch back-to-back in the same order.
The first pitch to Bellows runs up by the helmet. He'll duck out of the way. That's ball number 1.
Yeah, and if Bellows can do what he did in the first and find a gap, trip scoring.
Bellows the 4th batter we've seen this inning already. With only 1 out on the board, I mean, if he can draw the hit by pitch, might not be the worst idea. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to let the kid swing. I mean, he already does have a base hit today. He's seen Cache well. 1-0. Garrett checks his runner on second a few times. Now he goes home. 1-0 pitch. He kind of sidearms way high. 2-0. And I've seen that now a couple of times from Garrett. He's dropping down that arm back to the sidearm slot like what he throws on the pickoffs to. And I think Cache sees the same issues. They're going to talk to their starter on the bump. We'll be back here in about 45.
Nobody gives you more. We have great news for you today, folks. Toro Taxes at 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249 can help with all your tax refund needs. Toro Taxes specializes in helping our community get the maximal refund possible, and their team of experienced tax professionals guarantees reliable, efficient, personalized services. Call 580-275-8933 and talk to Toro. 100% secure digital and in-person processes with services in both English and Spanish. Schedule your appointment today and let the experts handle your tax return. 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249. Call 580-275-8933. Don't leave money on the table. Toro Taxes.
Mound visit has concluded. 2-0 count for Bellows here. Garrett looks and goes home. He throws it inside, nearly hits Bellows in the belt. It's a quick 3-0 count for the freshman, and he continues so far to have a really good day.
Yeah, he's having an awesome day.
Imagine this is going to be an auto take here. If he walks and loads up the bases. Garrett's 3-0. His pitch does find the strike zone, so it goes to 3-1. Bellows will have a chance to swing it. I don't know about you, but me personally, I hope he gives it a ride.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
I'm seeing a big gap in right center field. He could take one, too. Garrett's 3-1. Got to be careful what he leaves here. The pitch. Swung on it.
Oh.
Bellows fouled it straight to his shin.
He wanted that.
3-2. Well, Garrett has worked it all the way back to full. Now it's a matter of just who wants it more, pitcher or batter. Sun has come out here in Blanchard fully, and now I'm kind of regretting putting the tarp up because my hands are cold. Still, this is not as bad as calling football state champions.
Oh, that's rough.
State championships back in December. 3-2. Garrett deals. Fastball and foul tip back into the mitt. Bellows out on strikes. Down 3-0. Garrett brings it all the way back to find the strikeout. Oh, and here we go. Here's a big pinch hit situation.
Oh,
Number
Stoley.
30, Stoley Melton up to bat. Tasked with knocking in one. If he can get it, maybe two. 2 outs on the board for Stoley Melton, his first at-bat of the game.
And we've seen Stoley in these situations get a nice little base knock.
I mean, that's all they need out of him. Just one run across to break the tie, put the pressure back on the Bulldogs. Garrett said this is the first time they've seen each other. See what he deals here for the 0-0. He lifts. He's actually going to head over to second to kind of reset his internal clock and get back in his rhythm. What do you throw Stoley Melton here?
Nothing over the plate. I'd rather walk Stoley.
0-0. That one is not over the plate in the other batter's box, to be honest with you. Want to know?
Yeah, if he's done any film study, he just wants to walk Stoley.
Brody Wright stands on deck behind Melton here. Want to know?
Pretty good left field shift, too.
There's a high fly ball deep to right center field. It's going to go, but it's caught on the warning track. Melton got a barrel, but didn't get enough. That does it for the top half of the inning. We head to the bottom half, still knotted up, 1 apiece.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. You don't have to look very far to find a dependable roofing contractor, because Myers Roofing is committed to quality roofing systems, excellent customer service, and is all local right here in Bethany. Myers Roofing is licensed, insured, and all work is guaranteed. You can rely on Myers Roofing to take care of your next roofing project, and once you do, you'll understand why our customers keep coming back. Residential roofing, commercial roofing, specialty, tile, maintenance, and repair. Myers Roofing does it all. Call 405-787-7433. That's 405-787-7433.
Abbott leads things off. He's the 9-hole batter in the bottom of the 5th. Cache versus Bethany. Yo-oh pitch to Zach is low in the dirt for ball number 1. Sidness still continues his excellent start on the bump. So far, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 run given up, and 1 walk. He's thrown 1 wild pitch. His next pitch swung on and sent back into the net for a foul ball, 1-1.
Good job getting him to reach on that.
All these other athletes walking by, we should get one of them on the mic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
See how they do.
Well, most of them have done it before, but 1-1.
I was talking about commentating.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
1-1 pitch swung on, skied into shallow center field. It'll be Aguilar to make the read and the grab. No trouble for the starting center fielder.
Yeah, that's a good routine fly ball for him.
Exactly, routine. 1 gone.
Back to the top of the order with Kale, who singled his last time up.
Mason stands on deck. Yeah, single last time for the leadoff batter. This is, the first inning out of the last 4 where Cache hasn't had a leadoff single or something?
Something like that.
It feels like it's been like that for both sides.
Sounds about right to me.
It's been a lot of early base runners and not a lot of RBIs. First pitch, the new batter in there for strike number 1. Fastball crossed on the outer half. Again, that fastball today has been doing Sidness right. He's loved that pitch. Very consistent for him. And it goes a long way when you're able to get strike 1 like that so consistently.
Ooh.
1-1 on a ball low outside.
Little surprised on that one. That's been pretty consistently called a strike.
I thought it was too low. Lloyd sets up outside. The 1-1 pitch from Sidness.
There it is.
He hit the spot well and fooled Kale on that one. He goes around 1-2. And now that the sun has come out here, the wind is still blowing hard out to right, but a little bit warmer, and that will always help baseballs fly. Sidness set for the 1-2. 1 out already on the board. He deals. There's a high fly ball to Aguilar. As we've said many times today, he runs in and makes the grab. 2 gone.
So, just for the sake of some good old-fashioned radio, the past 5 batters, F8, F6, F8, F8, F8.
A lot of balls in the air.
A lot of balls out to Aguilar.
A lot of balls in the air. It's crazy. All right, here's number 18, Mason. Yo-oh. Curveball. Look at that first pitch strike. Kind of mixing it up on him there. He's throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs. Goes to the breaker. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. 0-1. I'd want him to start that where that first pitch ended and break it out of the zone. Yep.
Got it. Got it.
0-2.
Luke with the call.
That's awesome. 0-2.
Don't you love when it's just the instant?
Go back to the well.
Yeah, just gas him.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, base is clear. Sidness trying to sit down the next batter. His pitch went back to the well. Strike 3. 6 on the day for Connor Sidness.
Did you see I had him wound up?
That does it for the 5th. We head to the 6th. Both these teams running out of chances in our regular innings. Tied 1-1 in Blanchard, Oklahoma.
We kind of want to show off our trailer today. We offer a lot of services all around the metro. We go within 130 miles.
Recently did a house that was 70 to 80 feet. We did it in 2 days, no trouble with shooting it. We were in and out, make sure the customer was really happy with the work.
With liner, it's trenchless, it's headacheless. Any old cast iron, any Orangeburg, any clay pipe that's pre-existing inside or outside, we can go in and completely reline the inside of that pipe. It turns it all into one solid pipe. You never have to worry about root intrusions. You never have to worry about settling or bellying. Overall, it's a really good product. Everything comes guaranteed. We do make it as trenchless and as headacheless as possible for you guys. Thank you.
Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less.
6th inning, brought to you by Appletree Antique Gallery. I don't need the list for that one. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway back in Bethany, Oklahoma. Thanks so much to Appletree Antique Gallery. First pitch of this inning, low for ball number 1. Up first, Brody Wright. He faces the new arm, number 10, Reed, for the Cache Bulldogs. Reed winds and delivers his second pitch high for ball number 2. Out of the gates, he's working up and down. Quick 2-0 for the freshman. Wright so far today, a strikeout swinging and a base on balls. Gets a barrel on this one, skies one, right center field. Trying to get down in the gap, it's going to be the center fielder, Kale, making the catch. Well, aside from that one home run, not much hit in the air has found grass today.
There's not a whole lot that's found it, no. Where are we at?
We're back to the top of the order with Cooper Suarez. 2 singles and a walk to his name. He's been perfect so far. He is also the one run that the Bethany Bronchos has scored, the 0-0 to him. Fastball low outside, kind of an awkward reception right there. I don't know how well you could see that. They have switched catchers as well. I don't know if this is number 3, Cooper, or number 8, Garrett. High fly ball hit down to the right field corner.
I'm going to guess that's a 3.
Probably. It hung up, and the catch is made a few steps in front of the wall. So Suarez is retired on the F9.
First time today he's been retired.
That brings up number 23, Cooper Willis. And yeah, let's just go ahead and say the battery has been completely switched. On the bump, number 10, Reed. Behind the dish, number 3, Cooper.
Yeah, Garrett in 5 full innings of work, let up 4 hits, gave up a run, a walk, a couple of walks.
Willis on the first pitch of his at-bat lines one straight into the glove of the third baseman, and that does it for the top of the 6th.
Well, all right.
Quick inning, 3 up, 3 down for the Bethany Broncos. We go to the bottom
Cooper,
half.
I'll shut up.
I mean, that's how this game goes. We've seen a couple of games this year where the later we've gotten in the game, the quicker the at-bats are, and that's dangerous to play with in a game that's been so tight. But let's see if the defense can hold off the Bulldogs for another half inning. We're back for the bottom of the 6th after this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, spring is here.
And when you need help with all your tools, lawnmowers, and more, Evans Hardware out here in Midwest City is the place to be. 1021 South Douglas Boulevard. In the springtime, lawnmower maintenance is more important than ever. In Evans Hardware, it's the place to go for all your lawnmower maintenance tools. They've got seat repair, they've got brand new handles, blade sharpeners, and cleaners, and of course new belts line the walls as well. Remember, when you need lawnmower maintenance, power tools, stuff for the garden, and everything in between, Evans Hardware in Midwest City, 1021 South Douglas Boulevard is the place to go. Do it best here at Evans Hardware.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
Deshaun Harvey lead things off for the Cache Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1, Blake, heading into the final chances for both of these squads. Bethany went 1-2-3 in the top half. What do they have to do in the field to retire Cache the same way?
Do the same exact thing. Try to get all these guys in order.
The 0-0.
And that'll help.
I just kind of got to laugh with that one. That was a curveball that started outside, ended up even further outside.
Well, and if you remember, that's the same pitch that struck him out last time.
Deshaun down 0-1. This inning goes to Sean, Rocco, and Tucker for the Bulldogs. They're at a strong part of the order with 3-4-5. There's the curveball again. Tapper back to Sidness. He spins and flips over to first.
Nice little spin move by Sidness.
1-3. There's out number 1. Good start to the inning.
That's a good start.
Sure, getting some
2
weak
pitches.
contact. Yeah, 2 pitches, weak contact off the end of the bat. Exactly the way you would want to see that play out.
Yep. And Rocco, he flew out to third last time up.
Number 13, the lefty in the box. What's he been today?
He is 0 for 2.
First pitch to him.
Strikeout and the fly out to Jaden.
Sidness has gone to a lot of first pitch breaking balls here late in this game. He's kind of switched his approach on the bump, and it's working out to great effect so far.
So far it is.
1-0. Next pitch. Went back to the fastball, but left it outside, 2-0. Now, we were talking in break, but we know Bethany really wants Sidness to go the complete game if he can. They want to get maximum value out of every starter they have because they don't have a super deep bullpen.
No, they don't, especially now with a couple of your starters out. As I almost made that play. You see that?
2-0 pitch was fouled into the net, 2-1. But no, can I continue your point about the injuries and how that's influenced our bullpen?
Yeah, you have McLaren out, who he pitches occasionally. You got Carter Thomas out, who he's one of your aces, senior, and so it's just a big snowball effect.
2-1
so
hits the low outside corner.
You really only have 3 to 4 starters that you can go to consistently.
Yeah, so you do need, and we don't say that lightly, you need max value out of your starters right now. 2-2 pitch. Curveball outside. Didn't fool Rocco. 3-1.
Yeah, no, if
3-2.
If you can, what I would do is see how Sidness is feeling after this game, see if you can get him a couple next game to try to preserve as much arm as possible.
Strike 3, fastball, low outside.
The backwards punch out.
The spot that's been there all game long gets cashed one more time. 2 outs on the board.
8 strikeouts by my count for Sidness.
So with 2 gone, here's number 16, Tucker. It looks like Cache had risk of going down the same way in the bottom half that Bethany went the top.
Yep, and Tucker got a single last time up, and I believe he took second on a pass ball, if I remember right.
Nothing.
And that'll be a really good slow dribbler to Suarez.
Got to fire fast, but he's got me out at first. Suarez with the sure hands and the quick transfer. That does it for the 6th inning. Both sides go 1, 2, 3 as we head to the 7th. Our final 3 outs for both squads in regulation. We always have extra innings. We're back for the 7th after this commercial break. Here on the Gospel Station Sports and TalK, Luke Young, Blake Vance approaching the end of game number 1 today.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Ship it sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Back for the 7th inning of play in Blanchard, Oklahoma. And what a fun game we've had in number 1 today. We just talked to some of the fans in our break. Turns out Bethany actually didn't cancel school today, but if you had children out here, if you wanted to go watch, you had full opportunity to go and do it. And that's pretty cool. That's a great gesture from the public school system.
Absolutely. Go support your classmates, teammates, whatever, your fellow athletes.
Cruz Burleson leads things off this inning, took a ball, and now takes ball number 2. Quick 2-0 count for him. He's shown bunt on both, and so far the new arm Reed has kind of done exactly what he did in his first inning, living high and low. That ball high you've got to be careful on, though. There's ball number 3, too high, because the ball at the top of the zone has been what's been getting the flyouts that have been kind of the Achilles heel of the Bethany offense.
It has, and Cruz is showing great discipline. He likes to chase those high ones, but either way he would have taken a base right there. So
he got drilled on the 3-0. I know a lot of people that would be mad about that, but Cruz just heads down to first.
Cruz don't care.
All right, another early base runner for potentially the final time in this first game. Cruz Burleson on board.
And how many times have we said that? About 6?
A lot.
Early base runners.
I would not be surprised if it's 6 out of the 7 innings. All right, here we go. Connor Sidness up to bat next. Nothing to him. An early base runner to play with. Reed checks his runner, goes home. The 0-0 fastball punches into the zone, up and out for strike number 1.
And he got real lucky that Sidness didn't even offer at that. That might have gone for a ride.
Sidness so far today, he's walked, grounded out to the pitcher, and grounded out to second. They could really use his first swing here. The 0-1. Pitches in there, hits that low outside corner. This one called a ball, 1-1. That was a good pitch to a good spot and a good frame. Just didn't like it.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that was a called ball.
Even count of 1-1. Runner at first does not have a big lead. The pitch. Curveball.
Oh, got past him.
Hey, he took off and is standing on second with a stolen bag. Burleson just tags an extra SB to his season stat line. Always happy about that. But more importantly, there's the runner. That is potentially the winning run on second. It's the go-ahead run, we know for sure.
That is, and if Sidness can find a gap, he's in there easily.
The 2-1 pitch to the cleanup man. He tried to bunt it. Went around on a fastball way up and out. What do you think about that decision?
He probably was thinking get Cruz over to get the sac fly, but just a little too far outside. I didn't quite like the offering.
2-2. Reed gifted a strike. See what he deals with. A curveball sent towards the Bethany dugout, lands foul.
And that's the perfect way to phrase that. He gifted him one there because he could be up 3-1 right now in this count and be able to do whatever he wants.
Still, that was a good defensive swing with 2 strikes from Sidness staying in that back foot. We've seen a couple of batters able to fight off the curveball that way. Earns himself the right to see another pitch. Reed set, working out of the stretch. High leg kick, he deals. Fastball sent right back into center. Hangs up in the air, no chance to tag for Burleson. Sidness retired on the fly out to center field.
Good contact on that, just didn't quite get enough of it.
1 out on the board. Here's the DH, Trip Williams.
And this is the bat you want right here in this situation.
2 hits to his name and a hit by pitch.
The senior.
He's been here before. They need him one more time.
Let's see what he does here. He told us he got this last time out.
Reed comes set, deals the 0-0. The first pitch to the DH low as he goes kind of tumbling off of the mound. 1-0. Yeah, Tripp, we talked to him a lot after the coaches show. He also got a lot of reps in on that velo machine. He was really working it, trying to stay back. 1-0 pitch, fastball runs inside. It is a called strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that's been there all game long.
But you have to imagine, he is prepared for anything he's going to see today. Especially when you get working on a velo machine like that that's throwing wildly at 90 miles an hour. Yeah, he'll be prepared. 1-1. Looked like a little bit of a curve action. Started about middle up and left middle outside.
Yeah, he's one of the big leaders on this team, too, as a senior. He was instructing all the freshmen around the batting cage.
2-1. The pitch from Reed. There's the fastball. Williams offered at it, but fouled it off right side. 2-2.
And just good offering to fight that one off to live to see another one.
Calls time as he steps back in the box. Reed has one ball to give. 2-2 count, one out, runner on second. He comes set, checks his runner a couple times, now goes home. The pitch, curveball outside, full count. Williams once again working a long at bat.
And he just has tremendous patience, and he'll fight off the pitch that he doesn't really quite like until he gets one that he does.
The 3-2. Reed set, got to make his best pitch here. He deals, it walked him. Williams wins it. His second free 90 of the day. First walk.
Single, hit by, single, walk.
We take those. 2 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. What a day the seniors had.
We don't want to give them up, but we always love to take the free 90s.
Always. Jaden Rose up to bat. Runners on first and second.
See if he can knock another single. Bring Cruz home.
Keep this anywhere but out of the middle. Corners in. Middle infielders hanging around second. The first pitch to Rose. Fastball. Looking for the outer half, but he's not going to get the call. 1 ball, no strikes.
And if he can lay back and draw another free 90, juice the bases with 1 out.
Offered at the second pitch he sees. Flare shot down the right field line and again escapes the park. 1-1. Now, we've said a couple of times, about what the conditions are, but have we talked much about Sonny Vermillion Field itself? It's a beautiful stadium.
It's gorgeous.
1-1 curveball, front door, and it hits the zone. 1-2. Started at his hip, landed on the low inside corner.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ballpark out here.
It's lined, to the top on every side with past All-Americans, past state champions. That's the winning legacy of Blanchard. Runner goes, the throw down to third, it's off the line. It dribbles past third, doesn't get into left. He's just going to be safe on third.
Hey, you'll take that.
Man, I cannot believe Burleson just took off right there. I cannot believe it. After what we saw a couple of innings ago where Wright was thrown out at third for out number 2, and that kind of killed the momentum of the inning, I can't believe he took off right there.
Oh, that's a Coach Broyle special right there. He told us in the coach's show he's sending them if he can, if he thinks he can.
2-2. Pitcher steps off the rubber. And now this is an interesting situation.
This is very interesting right here. If Jane can get a hold of one, it's going to score Cruz very easily.
Runners on first and third. Burleson, your runner on third. Williams, your runner on first. Do we see some first and third base running action here?
I can see Tripp taking off right here. See if he can get a double steal.
The 2-2.
Oh.
He couldn't decide whether to go around or not. Rose kind of froze himself there. Backwards K, his second of the day. 2 outs on the board.
But that brings up a dangerous bat in Bellows.
Malachi Othen heads out to run at first. Gives the senior a break. Tripp exits the field to the applause of the Bethany faithful.
Yeah. Tripp's old. He's got to have a young guy out there.
Speaking of a young guy, number 6, Isaac Bellows. Go-ahead run, 90 feet away, right down the third baseline.
We'll have a mound visit.
Before we go to break, so far today, Bellows 1 for 2, a single, a strikeout, a hit by pitch. We talk, in the coaches show about the classes that are coming up, the sophomores that are going to be upperclassmen next year, the freshmen that have been so heavily relied upon this season. One more time, they need a freshman to step up. And Bellows has swung a great bat recently.
Well, we've seen freshmen step up in these big scenarios all season long. For me, starting with Corey Draper-Whitener in that Bryson Cale tournament, coming in, getting that win on that third game, getting the sweep. And then also Bellows with the triple last game out. So don't be surprised if he knocks something.
7th inning of play is brought to you by Tanco Mechanical and Electrical at 1610 South Shepherd Avenue in El Reno. For Tanco, call 405-255-7804. And here we go. The at-bat of the game so far. They do have an open base. If they get too far behind, they might just call it a wash and go to Aguilar behind him. Reed set for the 0-0 to Bellows. Working out the stretch. He deals. First pitch too low for ball number 1. And Bellows has won the first pitch of the at-bat. Take me through his mindset right here, Blake.
I got to get on some way, somehow. That's all I'm thinking.
The 1-0. Came back over the zone. Bellows goes around, but he goes right through. 1-1.
Couldn't hold off on that one.
No, kind of
that probably would have been called strike anyway, but he didn't like it and tried to hold off.
It's that same half swing inside. Can't really pull the trigger and jump the gun. 1-1. Reed set. Just got his first strike. He checks first, goes home. Fastball back inside. That one too far in and off the black. 2-1. Bellows once again ahead in the count. Trying his best to force Reed to come over the zone. Give him something he can handle. Catcher sets up outside. Reed checks. Down twice. Slide step goes home. The pitch. Bellows swings at the fastball. Taps it down the third base line and foul. Once again, even 2-2.
And the way that the game's been going, that's going to be a called strike. So good job to just fight that one off.
2s all across the board. Bellows trying to win a key at bat for the Bethany Bronchos. Early lead. Othen takes off. No throw down to second. He just has a stolen bag. And how about the early steal from Malachi Othen? There's the first and third I was wondering about.
Yeah, he didn't even worry about it. He just went. Coach Wills probably just said, go, go, go. That way, base hit will get you in a one insurance run.
On that one, you're trying to bait out a bad throw over to third so the guy over to second so the guy at third can take off. The 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, high outside. What a take from Bellows. Full count. Cache was ready to explode walking off the field.
That pitch has been there all game long, and it's a called ball.
Wow.
Full count for Bellows.
What a take. Here we go. 3-2, 2 outs. Ducks on the pond. Reed set. No checks to the runners. He just goes home. The pitch. He walked him.
Bases juiced.
Bases juiced indeed.
For the busy man, Damian Aguilar.
Aguilar so far today 0 for 3. He's been hitless in today's game, but he's had so much to do in the field. Successful on one half if he can just find his first hit here. Doesn't even need a hit, just walk some way to get on base.
Pull the mags, game-winning hit by pitch.
Check swing on the 0-0. It's a called strike anyways. Nothing to one.
Yeah, this has plagued the Broncos all season long, though. Runners on with 2 outs.
Nothing one. Fastball. Called strike, outer half. Quickly 0-2 against Aguilar. Well, here you go. What are you made of?
And unless it's just way far outside, you got to offer.
Here comes the toughness and approach part of that AAIT. The 0-2, curveball, outside for ball 1. Aguilar shakes his head. He knew that was a ball off. Staying cool and collected in the plate.
Great eye there. I thought he was going to offer it that.
The 1-2 from Reed. Goes back to the
fastball, offered it that one.
And he goes around. Base is loaded, but Bethany can't come up with any runs. That does it for the top of 7. A fly out to center and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, and great job by the pitcher there to get out of that jam.
Man, one more inning for Cache. If they don't find any runs, we're going to extras.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. More when we come back from break.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
I was not paying attention to the commercials. We're back for the bottom of the seventh.
We're very professional here.
I was thinking about the game. All right, I was locked in on the game. All right, so bottom of the seventh, Bethany loads up the bases in the top half, but aren't able to get anything done with it. Now it's Cache's turn to win this game. If they can find just one run, they'd walk off the Bethany Bronchos and kind of stun a team that is looking to go head-to-head with Blanchard the next game.
Yes, they are. And that'll get away from him.
This is his first pitch outside for a ball. Here's number 5, Thomas, with number 15, Braden on deck. And then number 10, Reed in the hole.
Yeah, and he's the lone run on the game with the home run in the second.
I want to know. Crazy to think if he doesn't have that one swing, Bethany leads this whole time. Pop up right side. Willis gives chase, but it lands out of play. 1-1. Sidness, though, what a start he has had. Working through his 7th full inning, he's given up 4 hits, only 1 run on that aforementioned home run. He walked 1, struck out 7. He's only had 1 wild pitch, and there's only been 1 pass ball. The 1-1. Swung on. Caught a barrel, sent high in the air out to right. Burleson tracks it, reads it well, and he's got the grab in right field. 1 out on the board.
Another busy man. He was a little bit busier in the early part of the game, but he's also had a couple putouts.
Oh, excuse me, we're actually going to have number 10, Reed, up next. So here's the reliever up for his first at-bat. 1 gone, bases empty. I mean, well, what else can we say about this that we haven't said before? What a game we've had.
It's been incredible.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch to this at-bat for Reed. 0-1. So this ran it up on him. I mean, both teams have had their opportunities, so I wouldn't really call it a defensive matchup, but it's low scoring. It's been a tight game the whole way through.
It has been. If you take away the home run, as you said, this might be the sealer.
1-1 on a ball dealt low. Sidness comes back to set. He lifts and deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss on another fastball up. He's got Reed on the ropes, 1-2. Now the wind starts to pick back up. You can hear it in the mics. Our live mic, by the way, is down on the floor in front of us and to the right by the camera. So we've got a pretty nice live mic going on the crowd noise.
Now, if it's me, I'm going to try to get him to chase low and outside.
The 1-2 pitch. Ran it in on him. Strikeout number 8. Just went to the fastball in, challenged him to get the hands around, and Reed was not able to.
And I like that pitch a lot. He did not prove he could hit the fastball as my plug falls to the floor. But, yeah, he didn't prove that he could hit that fastball, so might as well just go ahead and try to gas him.
Now here's number 8, Garrett, the starting pitcher of the day for the Cache Bulldogs, back up to bat. Base is empty, trying to give his team some sort of life in the bottom half. The 0-2 runs way inside. There's ball number 1. Well, at the rate we're going, it looks like extras, Blake.
It's looking like it. Garrett, last time up, he flew out to Aguilar, as 5 other batters did, but
in a row, it felt like at times. Sidness set, 1-0 count. Dealing to the rival pitcher. He deals, and fastball up and out for ball number 2. Now, Sidness has not fallen behind many batters. He's done a great job of staying ahead in the count, getting those first pitch strikes, and building off of it. But the few times he's been in trouble is when he does throw a first pitch ball. 2-0. He deals. This one popped up left side. See if it's going to stay on the field of play. It will. It'll be Suarez. He's got the grab.
Great play to come over all the way from short to make that play. Get out of this inning unscathed.
That does it for regulation. We head to extras. The 8th inning on the way. When we come back from break, Bethany holds them off defensively, and they get a chance to swing it once again.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
Back for the top of the 8th. An interesting situation here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. We're tied 1-1 now in extra innings. Class 4A Region 7 at Blanchard. The Bethany Bronchos, Cache Bulldogs in game number 1. By the way, Bethany has a back-to-back. We play the Blanchard Lions after this, so, have fun. You've made it as long as possible, and then you got to turn back around and play the hosting Lions. Oh, well. Brody Wright leads things off this inning. First pitch swinging. He pops this one up into foul ground. Heading over to first, and the catch will be made at first base. That's Rocco. One of the first times we've called out his name in the field at least. But he's good for out number 1. With Wright retired, here comes Suarez. He's got Willis on deck. And although that's out number 1, now you've got the top of your order back up. I mean, this is where you want to be for the Bethany Bronchos. They've just got to find one run. Sidness has shut down the Bulldogs on the bump. You got to back him up. The 0-0 to Suarez. Breaking ball that crosses at the letters for ball number 1. Suarez so far today. What in the world? Getting a phone call and it was going through the mic. Want to know?
We're getting a phone call in the hotspot?
Yeah, it was weird. Cap shots and foul, 1-1. Suarez so far today, 2 singles to his name. He's walked once and flown out to right. He's had a pretty good day at the plate. He, again, is the lone run for the Bethany Bronchos. Looks like we're taking some time in the field, trying to see inspection of the baseball. That's what they're checking right now. Hey, we don't have extra inning sponsors, but I do want to give a shout out to some new sponsors we have. Retro Rebel Boutique in events out in Yukon. We have Red River Credit, also out in Yukon, and Nimini Auto Group back in Bethany. 3 brand new sponsors that have joined us for the playoffs. We can't thank them enough for their support. Another foul ball heads onto the soccer field. Is that 4 or 5?
I think that's 4.
We'll call it 4. 1-2 on Suarez. Yeah, well, we got time. I'll take that second. I'll do it after this batter. The 1-2. Ground ball right side. Going to be fielded at first. Suarez trying to get it out.
No!
Got him by a step.
Man, I thought he had it.
2 outs on the board. Suarez retired on the unassisted put out at first by Rocco. Here's Cooper Willis up to bat next. But what I was going to say is thanks to all of our local sponsors, Bethany, Yukon, the entire OKC metro area. We can't do what we do without you guys, and we can't do what we do without the fans. To everybody listening online, watching on YouTube, we want to give a heartfelt thank you for tuning into today's game. The 0-0 to Willis. Breaking ball right to the zone for strike number 1. But hey, if you or someone you know owns a local business and you want to get in contact with us for a partnership, maybe you want to do a show even, or just learn more about what we do, foul ball makes it 0-2. Email americasneighborhoodvalues@gmail.com. That's a great way to get in contact with us. Or you can email me, luke.youngmedia@gmail.com. We'll be happy to work with you. 0-2 count for Willis in the meantime. Bethany at risk of going 1-2-3 once again. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball skips by in the dirt for ball number 1. Blake, we made it to extras. What does it take for Bethany to get the win in extra innings?
They got to stop stranding runners.
I mean, put pretty simply, yeah, that'd help. The 1-2.
They've had multiple runs in scoring position, and they just couldn't bring them across with 0 or 1 out.
Fastball in the dirt, 2-2. And then I've been keeping track of how many we've left on base. Get this, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, 13 runners left on base.
Yeah, if you can get even a couple of those, this game would probably already be over.
2-2. The pitch once more. Willis jumps on it, rips one to third, and this one gets into the outfield. Willis rounding first. He's being sent over to second. The throw comes in from the corner and left, but it's not going to be in time. A sliding double for Cooper Willis.
Is pumped up.
The lone extra base hit of the day for the Bethany Broncos belongs to the first baseman.
And that's how you need to get it done.
He's been due.
He has been due all game.
He's hit so many hard baseballs, caught so many barrels. He's gotten the short end of the stick every single time. He finally
got one.
Finally sent one down to the corner.
Yeah. Line out to left. F7, F7, F5. Finally a double.
That is a great sight to see.
That is no better time to get that double than right now.
A great sign to see. All right, so the go-ahead run is situated on second base. 2 outs. Here is number 28, Ozzie Brown, up to bat.
Yeah, Ozzie batting in place of Cruz.
He comes out swinging, fouls one straight back.
And Ozzie can get a hold of one right here, too.
We've seen all our power hitters in this, Brown, Melton. We've seen all of them now. They're nothing to one. Here's the pitch from Reed. Breaking ball. Where'd that miss? 1-1. We take those.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a called strike. It's been a strike all game.
I couldn't tell from my vantage point. Brown on a 1-1. Just needs a base hit backside. Fastball up at the letters for ball number 2. One swing of the bat. One line drive. Just look at the gap in right center field.
Yeah, they're drifted off to left.
If he can just put it on a line, time called at the plate. If he can just put it on a line out there, Willis scores easily. I mean, come on. We've been tied at 1-1 since the second inning.
Yeah. Well, and Willis is fired up. I'm sure he fired up the team. Good job by Ozzie Brown not letting that adrenaline get to him.
Brown offers at the 2-1, tipped into the mid. 2-2. There's that same fastball up.
Yeah, that was a good offer. He just got under it a little bit.
Reed in an even count. Feels like he's got the advantage. He comes set, checks once and goes home. Breaking ball, ground ball over to
chopper.
short. Brown's got to get on a hustle, diving into
He's
first.
Safe.
He's safe.
He's safe.
Max effort, max hustle.
Let's go, Ozzie.
Ozzie Brown. Time
slid
call.
Into first.
Wow, how many times have you seen that?
With Ozzie, a couple.
That's wild.
I can't believe he legged that out. That was awesome.
That's wild. I mean, he had to get on a horse. He had to hustle.
He was dead to rights, and that slide in just got there just in time. Got a fingertip on the bag before the baseball got there.
Runners on the corners. Willis advanced over to third. Cruz Burleson headed back out to first to run after the Ozzie Brown single. Here's Connor Sidness, the cleanup man.
Wow.
The starting pitcher, a leader on this squad with a chance to put his team up on top. Reed checks, steps off. He's going to try to reset his tempo. Has the situation gotten to the Cache Bulldogs, or can they hold off the Broncos for one more out? The pitch is a fastball. Runner takes off from second. It's a hard throw back to the pitcher, trying to get Willis, but he doesn't advance. A stolen bag for Burleson. Now it's runners on second and third.
And this is the bat to do it right here, Connor Sidness. Took a couple for a ride earlier.
Reset and deals. The 1-0 swung
and
on.
He takes another one for a ride.
Barrel out to left center field. It's tracked
down
a little
too
in
far
center, and the catch is made by Kale. That does it for the top of the eighth. A fly out to center field. That is his second time being retired in that manner today. That does it for the top half. Well, we nearly had the heroics we'd been looking for. Nearly. Let's go to the bottom half. Still tied, 1-1.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Toledo's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Chilinos. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Chilino's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006. M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
Bottom half of the 8th. Here in extra innings, it's tied 1-1. Bethany got some heroics, was able to put runners on second and third, but came up just short in the end. So we remain tied, and Cache remains with the chance to walk this game off. I mean, not much else you can say about that. It's just who wants it more. Like, this has been ridiculous up to this point. The 0-0 low and in for ball number 1. All right, so let's settle this back in here. This is number 6, Zach, up to bat. It's 9-1-2 this inning for Cache. Connor Sidness back on the bum, working through extra innings now. He's gone the complete game and then some. Foul ball makes it 1-1. That's over the press box. Just tell me about the heart it takes for a guy like Sidness to go out there and throw 8 innings now.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of mental energy to get out there, throw this complete game, and surrender nothing after the first inning. That's gonna give a lot of momentum to these Broncos. And you got the last 3 batters went fly out to Aguilar, strikeout. So the next one's coming up.
He's gotten a lot of help in the field.
He definitely has.
But not really the run support he's been looking for yet. He goes back out there inning after inning and shuts them down. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed high. Sidness elevates the fastball, and he gets Zach to chase.
And that's 9 strikeouts for Connor Sidness.
9 strikeouts. Man.
A lot of Ks out of that board.
What was the most we ever saw? Was it 11?
I think it was 11.
11.
So he could tie that with these three batters.
He could. Here's the leadoff man, Kale.
I'll take the outs any way we can get it, but he could tie it up.
He could. Nothing to Kale. 1 out, bases empty. Here we go. Sidness set, lifts, and goes. Fastball inside. It's a called ball off the plate. 1-0.
Yeah, a little too far inside. That's been a good spot for these pitchers, but that one's a little bit too far inside.
Hey, another supporter of ours, Stan's Plumbing, 7000 Northwest 63rd Street back in Bethany. Call 405-721-5100 for Stan's. 1-0, cap shot back up the middle. It's going to be Bellis to make the play. Takes a hop on him. He picks it up, fires to first, but not in time.
And that was good just to knock that ball down.
There is the winning run on first. 1 out on the board. Kale on, and I mean, he's been one of their best bats. Mason up next. But first, we're going to have a mound visit, and it looks like they're going to give Sidness a break. They're going to go potentially to Suarez here. All right, let's see the pitching change. But before we go, let's say just a little bit more about Connor Sidness and the start he's had, right? He's dealt with base runners, but what's been maybe most impressive to me is how he has remained calm and still done his job, hit his spots, even with runners on.
Yeah, he absolutely has. He's only surrendered a few hits, one of them being the home run, but he got right back on track, and he's surrendered nothing since then. So hopefully he can continue it with this next couple of batters. Hopefully he can get number 18 over here, Mason, to get some soft contact to second or short and get a double play, get out of this inning.
And actually, Sidness will be staying on the bump, not having the pitching change yet. Runner on first, 1 out on the board. If they can get the right ground ball, it's a double play and they're out of it. Send this first pitch to Mason. Curveball drops right in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, no, it's. I think Coach Willis just went out there. It's like, hey, you're fine. How you feeling? All good? Cool. All right. Just giving you a little break.
I think you're right on that. 0-1. Sidness checks a couple times over to first. He'll go that way, keep the runner close. Willis has to come off the bag. Hey, good adjustment by Cooper Willis there. I don't know. We went into extra innings, the game I'm lead. You might have to do play-by-play on the Blanchard game. Sidness set 0-1. Looks over to first a few more times. Now he goes home with the slide step. Cap shot, right side, heads foul. 0-2. But that being said, that's the kind of contact they're looking for. Weak contact, stays on the ground, gives them a chance to get out of it. Sidness way ahead here, 0-2.
And it's pretty easy with this group of guys for Sidness to have all the confidence in the world in his fielders to get him out of this.
No balls, 2 strikes. Lloyd wants it high. The pitch elevates, fought off, and another sent onto the soccer field. It's number 5. 0-2. I mean, I go back to what we said pregame, right? When you get a team like Cache that has nothing to lose and everything to gain, they're going to play you all the way to the end. They're going to give it all they have. And Bethany has to do the same thing. I mean, really in the playoffs, it's like that for all teams because when we say it's who wants it more, this is what we mean. It's who is willing to expend everything to hunt one win and a chance to go to the next round. Sidness has gone over to first a few times, stays 0-2. I mean, this is a big pitch. Out number 2 here would be amazing. Sidness set. 2:15 p.m. as he deals. Curveball left high, and it's just going to be ball 1. Well, thanks to everybody that's stuck with us so far. It's been a long game here.
Yeah, we got at least 7 more innings after this. So.
Well, I say it's been a long game. It's felt long because we're in the 8th. It's only been 2 hours, 15 minutes. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. That could be it. Bellows charges. Does he have a chance to flip?
Oh!
The runner nearly takes off his head on that one. Let's see what the call is there. Out at first. Bellows did take a knee to the head, and Bethany fans want runner interference.
Yeah, Coach Lee's coming out and making sure his guy's okay, first of all.
Well, the umps are going to deliberate on it before making an official decision. Bellows is up, moving around, looks to be all right. Just briefly stunned for a second. Now we just await the decision from the umpires.
What a play by Bellows, though, to collect himself and make that throw down to first.
And he's out.
Got them both.
Runner interference.
And that'll help a lot.
Cache doubled off the base paths. And what? AAIT, attitude, approach, intensity, toughness. That was the toughness right there from Isaac Bellows.
Right there. That was nuts.
We go to the 9th. We played a full 9 innings going on here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. How much fun is this? Let's see if the Broncos can get it done after some more heroics in the field from Isaac Bellows.
Stephanie's Vintique and the Plaster Paint Company is all Oklahoma made at 3821 Asbury in Bethany, featuring vintage, chalk paint, antiques, clothing, vegan soaps and lotion, homemade cards, decor, and furniture. And space is available for rent to start your own business at Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company. Call 405-249-3604 and see why people are coming from all over the metro for this paint and decor. Or you can visit us at theplasterpaintcompany.com and also see us on Facebook. Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company in Bethany. Start your Vintique experience.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999. and coyotepond.com.
It's Trip Williams to lead things off here in the top of the 9th. Faces down to Reed in the 0-0. It's a fastball fired into the zone for strike number 1. And one thing we've seen throughout this game, Blake, is that these pitchers are still trying to get ahead with the fastball.
Yeah, it's a good pitch to get where you need to be on, and that breaks inside or breaks over the middle for a strike 2. But Tripp, Rose, and Bellows are 3 guys that you can actually get this done with.
The 0-2 to Williams. Curveball back outside. He won't chase. 1-2. And yeah, you're exactly right. This is exactly where you want to be in the order. Williams, Rose, Bellows. These have been 3 great hitters today. The 1-2, but Williams chases.
Into it.
Couldn't hold up on the fastball high. Strikeout swinging. Now that brings up Jaden Rose. Rose has 1 single today. He's popped out to right, struck out, and struck out twice.
And through the first half of the order, they've all been up to the plate 5 times. That is Tripp's first strikeout.
I mean, he's had a pretty great day. If that's your first strikeout, I feel like you can't be too upset.
He's 4 for 4 with the 3 for 4 with the strikeout, or whatever that number would be. My math's off.
I have him at 2 for 3 with the walk.
2 for 3. There we go.
Here's a flare shot down the right field line.
That's
Could be
drop.
trouble. Lands in foul ground. Rose nearly stole away a base hit right there. 2-1. I mean, you look at the way this game has gone, right? I'm looking at the stat sheet now, looking at what everybody's done throughout these innings. And baseball has a way of finding certain players. As the 2-1 is thrown here, it's a fastball that Rose swings on, trying to deposit it in shallow right field. It'll be second base to run over and make the grab. That's Mason, 2 gone. But baseball has a certain way to find you. And as Isaac Bellows steps back into the box, it looks like it's going to be the guys who don't have the hit today. If Isaac can find his way on, it'll come down to Aguilar. It'll come down to Wright, the guys that have been hitless at the bottom of the order. As to find the one, did Bellows just get hit again?
He got hit again.
Same spot? Well, there's part 1 of what I just said. Bellows on another hit by pitch. That is his second of the day.
He's gotten hit twice by pitches and once by a base runner.
Back in that hand. I feel bad for him, but
that's rough.
But as I said, it's Aguilar, it's Wright, it's the guys at the bottom of the order, the ones that have been hitless today. Baseball as a game is going to challenge them. Can you overcome it? Can you find any way to put yourself on base, no matter what it is? They give Bellows a little bit extra time down first to check out that hand, because I think that's where he just got hit twice.
Was the hand or the elbow the first time?
I think it might have been the hand. Just based on his reaction and what I saw after that last hit by pitch, I think it caught him like right here.
Oh.
So, here we go. David Aguilar, so much to do in center field. They need him at the plate. 3 strikeouts and a fly out to right. Reads 0-0. He squares around for a bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball low. Fell out the bottom of the zone, 1-0 on him. But he's got the runner on, 2 outs. If he can find a way to bunt a base hit, move him over, get it to Brody, move over to first. Bellows is just going to – he basically walked back on that one. Still 1-0. What do you think, Blake? What do they have to do to win this?
Got to find a way to get runners across, starting with Bellows. Aguilar is due for a hit.
Squared around for a bunt, tried to knock that one down, but it's just fouled back into the net.
I mean, it's an interesting approach, bunting with 2 outs to move that runner across, but we'll see if it works out.
I don't hate it, actually. Aguilar has speed, and although third base is going to be charging no matter what, I mean, you could try to knock one down the first base line, catch him off guard. 1-1, he squares again. Pulls this one back for ball number 2, gets away. Isaac is going to take off. The spin, no throw down to second. He slides in safely. He's in scoring position, Blake.
Well, we've sang this song before, so I'm not going to count the chickens just yet.
No bunts this time. Ahead in the count. Go ahead run on second base. Just let the kid swing it. And if you're Aguilar, you just got to be ready to pull the trigger. You can't second guess yourself now. The 2-1. He's actually going to try to bunt it. He drops it down right side, rolls down the line,
foul.
Goes foul. 2-2. I don't know. I want him to swing it. I feel like he's going to get that fastball right there, especially in that situation. Reed's not playing around with anything. He doesn't want to go down 3-1. I would have liked to see him swinging. But here we go, 2-2 count. 2 outs, runner on second. Aguilar actually squares around for a bunt again. He pulls it back, trying to slash. Called strike 3, low outside corner. And that does it for the top of the 9th. Yeah, once again, I would have liked to see him swing on the 2-1. That's all I can say there.
I wanted him to swing on the 2-1.
So there were no runs on no hits. Bethany leaves one on base in the top of 9. We head to the bottom half, still tied 1-1.
Gallegos Mexican Restaurant at 7000 Northwest 23rd at Rockwell in Bethany is locally owned and operated. Authentic Mexican food. Open 11 to 9 Monday through Friday and 10 to 8 Saturday and Sunday. Gallegos Mexican Restaurant offers a variety of Mexican plates, daily lunch specials starting at $8.99 Monday through Friday, and menudo on the weekends with more traditional dishes. Gallegos Mexican Restaurant. Call 405-506-0790. Northwest 23rd at Rockwell. Gallegos Mexican Restaurant.
Need more money? Then save more money at Nimini Auto Group, 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway in Bethany. Nimini Auto Group is where your budget meets the open road with high-quality used vehicles at prices that won't break the bank. Step into a world of automotive wonder with many different makes and models, as well as flexible financing options, all supported by our friendly and helpful staff. Got a trade-in you want valued or looking to browse the lot yourself? Call 405-470-0141. Let's find your next ride at Nimini Auto today. Stop by 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-470-0141. One on one. Ball sent into left field. It's all the way down to the corner. Lead runner rounding third. He's being sent home. The throw's not going to come in. Cache walks it off in the bottom of the 9th on the RBI double. Sidness threw his heart out, but Cache was able to just get to him in the end. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Bulldogs. It took 9 whole innings, but they eventually got there. And that does it for game number 1 today. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show following the 2-1 loss as Bethany gets ready for their follow-up game versus the Blanchard Lions. So don't go anywhere. We're back in about 7-ish minutes.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome. We are out on Northwest Expressway with a very neighborly friendly confines, if that's a good word, of State Farm Insurance, Blake Nightingale. Ladies and gentlemen, I have walked through this place so many times. They're so patient with me when I walk from the front to the back. They're still friendly and smiling. You know, I mean, great people. We love to come into State Farm Insurance. And, you know, we always emphasize locally owned and operated. You can see the difference here at Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance. So let's sit down and talk with Blake. Blake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. A beautiful spring morning. Obviously, if it doesn't mean spring in Oklahoma unless there's severe weather opportunities. So, but it's a beautiful morning out here today.
And you know, that is true. We do have severe weather opportunities, which opportunities say, oh, well, if that's opportunity, I'll pass. But that doesn't always work, does it?
No.
But what I wanted to at least talk to you a few minutes about, it's spring, severe weather. We've got end-of-school activities like proms and graduations, and we have vacations coming up. So all of a sudden, all this kind of things come through my head. You've got homeowners insurance, you got renters insurance, you've got travel. What kind of insurance can you help with people coming into spring?
Yeah.
Of course, we think of roofs and houses too.
Absolutely. So we do it all. I mean, we've got the trifecta. We usually do auto, home, and life. Home basically means, you know, you're either structure or all your personal contents. And so, you know, we try to say we're kind of a one-stop shop. And so whatever those insurance needs are, we're here to help out in any way we can.
Well, you know, with the storms coming up, and we do anticipate them. We may never have a storm, but we're anticipating them coming. Yeah. What kind of preparation, and we've talked about it before, how do people get ready to make sure their roof's okay before the storms hit, make sure there's different things around their house? Because property insurance is pretty important.
Yeah. I like to call this time no surprise time, right? Mm-hmm. This time of year, we don't want surprises. And so what I mean by surprises is when claims happen, you don't want to realize you weren't insured properly or you didn't have your stuff covered. And so typically I tell people, hey, if you own home insurance or renter's insurance, take a video of your contents, take a video of every room. Heaven forbid, obviously we don't think a tornado is ever going to hit you, but if in the case that it does, those are devastating moments. And so you want to be prepared for them, especially with all the events and things going on and how you carry stuff to different locations and do stuff. This is the perfect time just to review your coverage, and we just want to make sure, we call this the no surprise. You don't want to have surprises when it comes to the spring and your claims. So,
well, you know, that also applies to businesses that are out there. Sometimes if you're going, nothing major happens, and boom, a storm happens, a catastrophe happens. Business insurance is pretty important too.
Yeah, we specialize in business insurance. We've done a lot more this year than we ever have. People are finding more value having a local agent to talk about that stuff. And I'll tell you this, you know, when we talk about surprises, we're not just talking about contents, we're talking about liability surprises. And so as a business owner, unfortunately, you open yourself up to a lot of liability concerns. And it's our job to make sure that you're protected and you can feel confident that you're running a business in a safe way. So.
Yes, I, you know, that Murphy's Law thing, if something's going to happen, well, you know, probably going to if it can.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can have somebody walk through your door and trip over something you didn't realize was even there, or maybe a tile that is broken and you're not noticing and somebody trip over it and fall. There's all kind of things that can happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, we live in a society today where, you know, you're going to find a local lawyer if you need one. And so at the end of the day, you just want to make sure you're prepared, and you want to make sure that you have no surprises and that your coverage covers what you intended to cover. And so that's kind of what we love and have passionate for. And even if you don't go with us, we want to be a resource. And so that's what we're here for. We got 6 licensed staff members to do that. And so we love to kind of make sure that we're taking care of all your bases. So
that brings up another question to me. You've got somebody that's shopping for insurance, you know, and they want to shop local. They're that 800 number. They don't care. I'll clear over in Chicago or California. You're right here. How does that process go where they're comfortable coming in and talking to you about getting a quote for insurance?
Yeah. So a lot of people do things in different ways, right? Like I think at the end of the day, you know, using technology, using online space is a huge tool and advantage for a lot of consumers. But at the end of the day, people want that physical touch at certain moments through the process. And so whether that's questions on the quote, talk about questions about how they're covered, or they just want to shake a hand and know who they're dealing with.
Absolutely.
We love having an open door. We want to make sure you come in. If you want to come in, we love it. We love having people come in and meet us face to face. And we also love people that want to do things over the phone as well. But the thing of it is we love relationships. We want to be the good neighbor. So when you call in, you know you're going to talk to somebody that's here right down the street from you, and that's important to us.
Well, I can vouch for that because I've been coming in here ever since you opened. From the day you came in, I came tagging along right there, and always have been friendly and helping me, and it's good conversation, and I encourage people to shop local and be local, and State Farm, and we're from the same hometown, so we know what the hometown feeling is, Enid, Oklahoma. So what would you tell people on any insurance in coming to see you, and how important it is to shop local?
I would just say give us a shot and feel the fresh air of what insurance can be. I know a lot of people think it's a pain, and it's something you have to do, but give us an opportunity, give us a call. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how easy transition it is. You can call or text us. Our phone number is 405-728-1313. And at the end of the day, we want to be that good neighbor. And I think that people coming through our doors or giving us a call will see that insurance can be done a different way, and hopefully they love it.
Yeah, you already knew what my next question was. That's how you can, But tell us the address again and any other information before we begin to close this.
Yeah, we're located at 7304 Northwest Expressway, just west of the Canes there. And you can call, text anytime at 405-728-1313. And we're here to help you out.
And that's what's so cool too nowadays. You can text that, and so when you get a chance to look at it, you already know what's going on. So.
Yeah, text us, call us, however you want to communicate. We'll make it happen.
And I want to emphasize again, the staff here is as friendly and welcoming as you can find in any business, including insurance business. So that's very good.
Well, we thank you, and we hope to hear from you all soon.
And we made it to the post-game show brought to you by Blake Nightingale State Farm. Once again, Blake Nightingale, 7304 Northwest Expressway back in Oklahoma City. Thanks so much to everybody who tuned into this game. It was a long one. Officially went 2.5, 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. right up until start time or scheduled start time of game 2. But it went the full 9 innings. And at high school, that doesn't happen too much. So me personally, even though it was a loss, I'm glad I got to come out here and watch a full 9-inning game of baseball. That's always a good time.
Always.
Now, Blake, let's go ahead and talk about how this game ended up this game. Let's start with the home team, the Cache Bulldogs.
Yeah, they had a tough time getting guys on base, first of all, but the big home run in the second inning by Thomas, and then they just couldn't find a way to get runners on, and then once they got them on, they couldn't find a way to get them around. And until that very last hit of the ball game, I wasn't keeping track. I think it was Tucker that got that last hit. But so many runners left on for the Bethany Bronchos team. They definitely should have walked away with this win. But if you don't get runners across, then that's what happens. Yeah. Eventually, a team is going to find a way to get one across.
Yeah, and even if it takes all the way into extra innings, you like you said, you leave that many on the board, leave that many chances, eventually they'll find one.
This game should have been over.
It should have, yes. You are correct. For the Bethany Broncos, your away team, it ended up 1 run on anywhere from 6 to 9 hits, depending on how you count errors. I usually give them the benefit of the doubt and count hits. That's just me, home cooking. But the big story, 16 runners left on base, and more than I'd like to count left in scoring position. And when you strand that many, it is what it is.
Eventually something's going to break.
Some top performers for today's game, though. Cooper Suarez, 2 for 4. He was the lone run for the Bethany Broncos. Trip Williams, 2 for 3. He had that RBI. And down towards the bottom of the order, Isaac Bellows in the 7-hole, 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 hit by pitches. And that's not, again, counting the field where we saw Cruz Burleson make incredible plays. We saw a couple good plays from Willis at first. Bellows was involved. We had plenty of fly balls out to right field. And the story, the player of the game probably for everybody, Connor Sidness.
Yeah.
The complete
9 full, yeah.
The complete game. He went 9 innings, and although he took the loss, 9 strikeouts for the starter.
Yeah, he did a really great job out there. The only one that I would say is probably in contention is Damon Aguilar, who made a bunch of plays out in center field too. So,
well, we got another game.
we do.
I don't
just a little bit.
I don't know what else to say. We got another game. And
yeah, if they do the same thing that they did here, they're gonna go 0-2 on the day.
We have no choice but to flush it and move on. So
got to.
That'll be the end for this stream. We'll cross over into the Bethany versus Blanchard stream that is also live on YouTube. So do tune in. We'll be on that one in a second for that pregame show. We're going to get some food, go to the restroom, do all that good stuff. So at the end of Bethany versus Cache, thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all our sponsors. And once again, Blake Nightingale for the pregame, postgame, and player of the game awarded to Connor Sidney.